Okay. Um, right. Nothing too serious today. I just decided it's been a while. It's really been a while. I've not been in touch with a couple of photographers and creatives online, and that's because I've been trying to unlearn and learn a lot. So today I just decided let me just reach out and find out how y'all guys are doing. Um, how is it out there? It's freezing cold out here, but I mean we're still pushing. We're doing great. Um, as usual, yeah, it's one of my unannounced live. Just to be sure that I mean everyone is doing fine. If there are any challenges you guys are facing, and you might want to share with me, and then we can just have like a conversation over it. Well, that would be nice. There's never a time we're gonna stop learning. So I mean, if you've got like anything you want to talk about in terms of photography, in terms of creativity, whatever it is, let's talk about it and see how we can take it to the next level. Too serious on my side. It's just me trying to reconnect with um photographers and creatives. So if you've got like questions you have for me, I'm based in London, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you relocated from Nigeria, went to London. Has it been out here as a creative?" I must say, nothing to me. I just feel like everything is the same thing, but the environment is just different, right? When you say things like how is photography out there in the UK, it's the same thing. Photography, it's all about light is light. When you understand light, it doesn't matter where you are. If you are based in the UK, it's the same thing. If you are based in Canada, it's the same thing. You're based in Australia, it's the same thing. If you're based in Nigeria, it's the same thing. So for us out here, the lighting, the lights, generally natural lights is pretty very mild and not like as harsh and hard as the light back there in Africa. So all you need to know is understand, lights, the temperatures, modification of light and direction of light. Once you get to understand that, it's as easy as that. There's nothing very different from the regular thing that you guys are doing back home. The only difference, if you're talking about getting into the creative industry here, it's as there's a very big gap. It's a bit difficult out here. But for me, I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing my thing. I've always been that guy who so I just do my thing, give myself joy, and that's it. So I don't know for you guys. If there's any specific questions you want to ask, and also I don't know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, please let me know. So I don't just keep talking. If you can hear me, just comment. Um, yeah. Can you hear me, guys? Someone just asked, what's the standard camera megapixel for quality output? Well, there's nothing when it comes to standard. I think for me, anything between 20 to 24 megapixels is my thing, right? I have a camera that has almost 60 megapixels, but trust me, you're not going to use it. Is something you're not going to use. Don't get it all twisted. A lot of people get it mixed up and say, "Oh, the higher the megapixels, the better the pictures." It doesn't happen that way. Trust me. And then you have some more of the technology can be imputed into the camera, right? If you have a camera that has more megapixels, then you have lesser things that can be imputed into the cameras. Okay. So for me, I like lesser megapixels because it helps me, the camera can do a lot much more. than cameras that have more megapixels. You might differ to you, but that's what I've experienced. But I mean, if there's any other questions you want to ask, feel free to ask. It's just a very short unannounced session that I do as usual. It's been a while I have not done this, so I just decided, okay, good. I'm sure a lot of people will be sleeping. Let's just go out there and then share knowledge to those who are awake. I'm always awake. You can see from my eyes, my eye bags. I'm always studying, I'm always reading. I'm trying to, unlearn a lot that I had learned back home and try to, learn new things that are applicable out here in the Western world. Solomon.4K, big shout out to you, boss. That 100 pounds went a long way. Oh yeah, so you're the guy that won the 1,000 pounds. Okay, that's good. The 100 pounds, that's great. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, so from time to time you just hang on my page. I keep doing things. Funny enough, I don't announce it. It's not it's just for genuine followers. So if you're following me, then you get things to come up to you anytime. Someone is saying, and is it wrong to be versatile? Please, when you're talking about versatility, can you explain? Is it in terms of genre of photographer? Can you rephrase the question when you say versatile? Is it in genre of photographers or photography or something versatile in terms of a different kind of craft apart from photography? Can you just explain that? Let me know how to answer your question. You said, what site can one sell images? I just have to do a real quick check. I really am not I don't sell images. I don't it's not my core, but I'm sure there are a couple of sites where you can sell images, and then Shutterstock could do that for you. Or I can just give you a quick list. There's Smugmug Pro, SMUG Pro. There is Shutterstock, and there's iStock Photo. There is Getty Images, the buy images too. Stocksy2, same thing. Just go online, go to Google. You'll find it. You'll find a lot of sites where you can sell images. Someone's saying, when are we having a UK photography class? Well, I had for a lot of people who don't know, I'm actually on a creative break. So I'm on a creative break for a year. Basically, what I'm doing, I'm trying to rediscover myself. I'm going to get back to my classes in the UK, but I just wanted to rediscover myself, get to understand the terrain and understand how things are being approached there in terms of photography before I start to teach. It is not wise for you to just come into a terrain and think that, because you're a photographer back home, you can teach. What is accepted here is different from what is accepted back home. So I need to unlearn and learn a lot, and then, I can start sharing knowledge. That's exactly what I've been doing for the past 1 year now. Someone is saying, please, what is the best camera lens to use? Best camera lens, I would tell you, is just for you to get a 24-70. I'm not going to speak about any brand. Whatever brand you want to get 24-70. If that's the one lens you can afford, it's very versatile, because you can shoot a wide shot. You can also shoot a portrait shot. Okay. Let me see, any other question. So between Sony A7R and Sony A7R3, which is the best for photography? Sony A7R is better. There's Sony A7. Oh, sorry. Sony A7R and Sony A7R3. A7R3 for photography. Yeah. Okay. Someone is asking, what lighting techniques could give you total control of strobe lights? Well, in terms of lighting techniques, every technique gives you control. It's not about the technique, it's about you. It's about what you understand in terms of lighting. Once you understand lighting, whatever technique you apply, you can kill it with whatever, you have full control over the strobe itself, right? If that's the kind of question, if that's I understand your question absolutely very well. Please throw in your questions. What are some of those things you do to keep high paying clients coming and also retaining them? Basically, this is something that you wouldn't learn anywhere. What you need to do to keep high end high paying clients coming and retaining them is to sell experience. Sell experience. The experience starts from when they contact you and after deliverable. So when they contact you, you're consciously trying to sell an experience to them. The way you speak to them, the way you get back to them, the way you keep in touch with them. When they come in and book you for the shoot, the way you host them in your studio, and after taking the pictures, the way you communicate with them, the way you deliver the images, and your after deliverable responses and communication with them matters a lot. These are things we really joke about. We are not serious about. I mean, like, I was a victim of that. But, you need to start to sell experiences to clients, because no matter how good you are, the clients get back to you if they have a wonderful experience with you. And that experience, again, I said, starts from when they contact you till after deliverables, not till deliverables. It doesn't end after you deliver. You keep communicating, keeping in touch with the clients after deliverable. Okay? Yeah. All right. Any more questions? Anything that is giving like some kind of challenges to anyone? I can do my best to respond and share the little that I know. But I mean, so far it's been great. It's been wonderful right here. We're doing awesome, and hopefully very soon, sometime next year, I'm in talks with Camera Join. We'll be back to do a Nigerian photography tour, training tour, where we'll tour all the regions of Nigeria, basically all the zones, to teach. Someone is asking, yes, sir, in terms of photography, is it wrong to be versatile? Okay, in terms of photography, it is not wrong to be versatile. A lot of people say, find your niche and stick to your niche. Well, that's interesting. But you see, the thing people don't tell people is you're finding your niche. Where do you find the niche? You find it from versatility. You must have been shooting weddings. You must have been shooting portraits, studio portraits. You've been shooting if a whole lot, like lifestyle, whatever you're shooting. That's where you find your niche. So before you find your niche, there is versatility. You need to actually shoot everything and not shoot it for a short period of time. You have to shoot it for a longer period of time for you to find out the one that connects with you. There's nothing wrong about being a versatile photographer. I shoot everything. But I don't post everything. If they ask most of you what the dean, what kind of photography does he do, they say, oh, fashion and portraits. That's what I want you to see of me. But I shoot basically everything. Do you get it? So it's not wrong to be versatile. Just do your thing, provided it's paying the bill. So did you say A7R3 is the best for photography? Yes, I said so, yeah. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm saying based on your options, the A7R and the A7R3, I would go for the A7R3. Yeah. I hope I've not skipped anyone's questions yet. What's the best way to do deliverables for portraits? I know a lot of us are big on e-delivery, but I'll let you know that, in terms of selling experience, like I said initially, there's this power that goes with prints. Okay? A physical print connects to the clients more than an e-copy. So I would say if you want to, what was your question again? Deliverables. I would say include prints. include prints. It's very, very important. This digital age, we have forgotten about prints. But I'll let you know that a lot of big photographers that you may not even know, what they do is to deliver prints to the clients, because the clients will always walk into a space, see the prints, and reconnect with those images. If you have the e-copies and it's in their phone or wherever, they take new selfies with the phone, and then the old images you had sent to them goes all the way down. You want to continue remaining very visible in their eyes. There's that connection that comes with print. It feels very, very realistic. Okay. Yeah. Um um yeah, any other question again? uh yeah, I see all you guys waving. Thank you so much. um do we actually need a workshop in Nigeria? Let me ask. Do we need a workshop in Nigeria? Please, if we do need a workshop in Nigeria, do let me know. I would work on that. I'm actually working on it, but I mean, like, it's also something that I need to be sure that you guys need, you know, because I feel like all of you are doing very, very good back home. I'm constantly looking at I'm looking at images. I'm seeing everything you guys post on Instagram. I'm so, so proud of everyone who is doing great back there, you know. Yeah. So someone is asking, how do you manage a team you want to build with when it comes to structuring? Very intelligent question. When it comes to structuring and team development, basically, a lot of us get it wrong. Like for me, I got it wrong at the initial stage. We employ, first is employability. The first strategy of building a team is the people you bring into the team. You bring in people into the team based on skill, their skill set, are not based on family and friends, are not based on very casual relationships that you have met along the way. I don't know if you get me. Like, you wouldn't say that like a Dangote's cousin is the MD of his cement factory. It's not done that way. You need people who actually, you need in your team, you need a retoucher. You're not going to bring in your cousin because he's your closest cousin, right? So you need to bring in a retoucher. You need to bring in a photographer. You need to bring in a PR person. You need to bring in a social media manager. And you also need to have a studio manager. In all of this, you may not be able to afford to pay everyone. So what you can do is bring in one person who knows how to do 2 3 jobs. The PR person can be the person who is also managing your social media page. I know a lot of you would say, oh no, I want to handle it myself, this, that. Well, it's good at some stage, but when you get to a certain stage, you need someone to manage it for you. Like, honestly, when I was back home, I had somebody who was it. I had Instagram on my phone, but I had it some other persons where you all know, you wouldn't ring me up on the phone and then get in contact with me directly. That's because I had people who I put in place who are taking care of a lot of things. Okay, your social media, you need a team of people who are going to be able to push the right kind of images. Not every image should go online. You need people who have eyes, who can see. As a creative, sometimes we are so creative and then we lose a lot of focus in terms of understanding what we should put out in the market. Let me explain it in literal terms for you guys to understand. Okay, so if you ever go to the regular market on the road, right? Where they're selling like clothes, you would realize that the very catchy clothes are put in front of the store in a mannequin. That is to attract you. Okay? Me now? Can you guys hear me now? Please, if you can hear me, can you comment and let me know that you're hearing me? I froze for a moment. I just want to be sure that you guys can hear me. Yeah. Okay, great. So we're talking about social media, and then I was using an illustration talking about the mannequin, right? So your Instagram is your mannequin. Whatever you put out on the mannequin is what attracts people in it to your brand. So for me, I don't put every image on on Instagram. I put the right kind of images to attract the right kind of people. Okay, I have a particular market that I'm trying to target. So I put the kind of images that are going to attract that market. Okay? Okay. Someone is saying my volume is a bit down. Let me see. Is it better now? Can you hear me very well now? Yeah, so you need to put out the kind of images that are going to attract the kind of clients that you want. Because as a creative, it's not all the kind of images that you make every day that is worth going out there for the world to see. Trust me. Nobody does that. We hide a lot. I take a lot of images that are not social media worthy, right? So I just put it in my hard drive and let it be. But they're the ones I have to put it out there for you guys to scream, "Oh, this image is nice. This image, I love this image," and then it attracts more clients to me, right? So it depends. Basically, it would depend on um how you want to. We're talking about structuring, how you would want to manage your social media, how you would want to manage your team. Basically, when is just employ the right people. If you don't have the resources to employ, what you do, you just start with one person, okay, and then share the responsibilities across between you and that person. But you actually have to structure it right. By structuring it right, is that you have duties and delegations to everything that you do. Start to learn to delegate and not do everything on your own. You're the one shooting, you're the one retouching, you're the one posting, you're the one commenting, you're the one answering the phone calls, you're the one. It's draining. In terms of creativity, you need creative space and creative breaks. This refreshes you a whole lot. You come back more creative than you were before. Okay? Any other questions? I don't know if I had answered that. The network had been going back and forth, so I got a bit of breaks in there. So, any more questions? Anything that you think we should discuss or we should share, or any challenges that we are facing? You know, back home, or if there are photographers who are here based in the UK or in the US or Canada, whatever challenges, let's just have a conversation. We have spoken a lot about certain things that people had asked. I need more questions, and then we can take it up from there. Yeah. Um, it's good to see you guys here. It's someone said is workshops, what did the person say? Is workshops overrated? Well, um I'll get back to that question, but let me answer Bravion's Bravo inspired photography. It says structuring your businesses in Nigeria. What are your biggest challenges? Um, when you said what are your, so that I'm going to say use my brand as an example. Basically, my biggest challenge in terms of structuring my business in Nigeria was in lack of information. It was a challenge because I wasn't properly informed. I felt like I could do everything on my own. I didn't know that there was a thing about putting things in place and structuring it in a way that things begin to work on its own and by itself, and you can live anywhere in the world and your business is running. I have set up a structure that my business is not based in, it's not based in Lagos. It's not based in London. It's not based anywhere. It's more like a cloud business. It's more in the cloud. You book me, I'm anywhere you want me to be, and I'm doing the shoot. That had always been the dream. So we're trying to gradually move to that level where we can operate the business from anywhere. So if you want to structure your business, you put people in place, whatever your dreams and visions of the company is, you align it with your structuring. Some people want a physical store or a physical studio where the business you can just walk in and take pictures. I didn't, there's nothing wrong about that, but that wasn't my business model, right? So everything was like pre-booked and all. Everything came from online. So I kind of made it in a way that you had to go online to book everything that you were going to do, and there was no physical, you couldn't physically walk into Image Faculty Studios even if you had the address and said you want to do a photo shoot, no matter how much you were going to pay, right? So reasons were because I was trying to create a structure where even if I leave Nigeria, I wouldn't say I'm leaving, I took Image Faculty away. No, I didn't want that to happen to my brand. What I was trying to build is a brand that wherever I have access to availability, I can actually deliver my service there, right? So it depends on what you how you want to structure it. If you want to do a physical studio thing, it's fine by you. If you want to do a walking studio, it's fine by you. But my greatest challenge that I had was information. If you do not have the right information, nobody's telling you, look, this is what you need to do. You don't need to do all the job by yourself. You need to delegate the jobs. Let this one do this, let this one do this. Start building a team of photographers and also building a structure. There are two different things. People just build, I have 10 photographers working for me. That is not a structure. You have 10 photographers working for you. Who is running the accounts? How do you understand how much profit you have made this month? And how do you understand how much profit you made last month? And how do you understand why was April's profit higher than October's profit? What were the margins? And what exactly made one higher than the other? What can we do to make it? There are people, those are data analysts, people who sit down and analyze this data for you. It's it feels like it's a very big thing, but it's not a big thing. If you get the right people and tell them exactly what you want, look at this month. Every month that we are doing business, I just want you to be looking at it. Have a meeting with me. Let's discuss why did we do better this month. It's not about just doing better, but the reason is why. Now you know why you were doing better. Can we improve upon the why? Right? Once you start looking at your business from that perspective, it becomes a structure and becomes better for you. Okay? Somebody said, how do I balance my job with my photography business? It's draining me a lot. It's a very difficult thing for you to balance your job with photography. But I think the easiest way out of it, if you or really understand photography in terms of lighting, retouching, and whatever you might think of, I think you should just switch your photography to being a luxury brand. So then you're not shooting every day, you're not shooting everybody. You shoot only high-end clients, and then you have less job but more money. There's the one that you shoot every day back to back, but your account is not showing. Then there's the one that you shoot like two, three in a month, but your account is showing. I can show you my folders in 2022 before I left Nigeria. I don't think I had over 15 folders, client jobs, 2022. It's not about how many folders or how many hard drives you have. People get it mixed up. You can walk up to camera joint and say, okay, I have 22 folders in my hard drive. Uh, can you sell me a Sony A7R3? No. It's what you have in your account that reads as profit that you're going to use to pay him. So please, let's don't get it mixed up. So in terms of balancing your job, it's a bit difficult, but what you can do is don't do many jobs. Structure it in a way that you do less jobs, more money, and you have time for your 9 to 5. Somebody said, What would you advise a person who is trying to break into certain kind of market, who doesn't have access to the audience yet? So you're trying to break into a certain kind of market. What you're going to do is it starts from who are you following on social media. You need to start following the people who are associated in that market, people who dwell already in that market. You follow them and do not stop at following. You begin to engage in the conversations that they are in. You see, I'll tell you a lot of things. I decided that I wanted to be an internationally recognized photographer. I wanted to take my brand international. Taking your brand international does not mean that you leave Nigeria, right? You start up by, I started engaging in foreign photographers, going to comment and creating visibility for myself on their pages. Okay, let's leave the whole UK thing. Let's go back to when I was in Akwa Ibom and I was planning to come to Lagos. Now, you guys know me as the official hashtag is the Dean, right? Back then, I was the Akwa Ibom photographer, right? When I wanted to come to Lagos, I switched the hashtag. I started doing Lagos photography and I started engaging more on Lagos photographers page, following Lagos photographers and engaging more on their page for visibility. Because my kind of business is really not much about clients, it's about photographers. Because whatever I'm selling to photographers. So if you have a market you have already seen that you say, okay, this is the market that I want, you need to work yourself into the market. So create engagements in that market. Follow the right people, create engagement, create images that you know would attract people in that market. That's how you get easy access. And the accessibility is just from one person. Once you get it from one person, you're sorted. Like one, you just need just one person to refer and say, "Oh, look, this guy did a great job for me. I think he can do a great job for you." And that's how you swim in that market. Okay? Um is there another question here? What's the best way to price yourself? This is a bit dicey. The best way to price yourself. Um Pricing. Honestly, you have to scout around photographers. First, you have to tell yourself the truth. You might think you're a very good photographer and your charges are supposed to be high. But then if you look around and see what your peers are charging, people who are of the same skill set with you, and then you look at what they are charging, and then you can charge within that range. For me, I usually, when I'm in a new environment, I usually go down a percentage lower than what people that are in my category, I always go a little lower. And that's because they call it penetrating pricing strategy. That's because I want to penetrate the market. Okay. Once I penetrate and I have stability, and then I can take my prices up. But you see, a lot of people say it's about getting your prices up and then you make a lot of money. It's not about charging 800k million for a shoot and then you don't have a shoot at all. You know why that happens is because the people who the clients, they are shopping around. You're not the only photographer they are asking questions. They're asking a lot of photographers, right? So they look at your images. Oh, I like his images. It looks nice. And then your charge is £1 million or a million whatever. And then the try another photographer and that one charges 500k. But his images are stronger and better than yours. They will go for the one who is 500k. So first thing is you just get the knowledge of your craft and then rate your prices you know, within the range where people who are of the same skill set with you are charging. Um, what's the okay? Um, is there any book you can recommend on how to build a photography team? Or I cannot at the moment recommend a book on team development, but I'll tell you this. I did a course on project management. So if you can, go and do a course on project management. There's more to photography than just knowing shutter speed and aperture. That's why we have a lot of big photographers who came very big, and then after they are not big again, the business dies. We don't want to mention names. We know all of them because you refuse to learn the business part. So every shoot that I run, I look at it as a project. This is me applying my project management skills into it. Right? That is what I've realized here. I wasn't doing a lot of that back home. So I'm wrapping up on that course and I've learned a lot. So if you have the opportunity, please learn project management and then apply it in your photography. It will help you. Okay? So for the book I cannot specify, but I know a course that is going to help you. You know, it's going to help you in terms of building a team, how to manage people and all. Just go study project management. It will take you 6 months, 3 months. Dedicate your time, a few hours a day, and study it. Yeah. Um, is it really not about the price? It's really not about the price. I have a wedding photographer who charges £1,400 for a full day wedding and shoots every weekend still. Um, I'm trying to understand. So he charges £1,400 and shoots every weekend still. Well, I don't know how much he makes after his charges after 1,400. You know, I don't know how much he makes, but for me, I I really don't want to be a busy photographer. I really, if I discover that I'm becoming too busy, then I raise my price. That's the way I operate. And I'll tell you why. Because I do this because of my health. I know we are all looking for money, but it's the same money you're going to get. If you're too busy, that means your demand is high. You should equate it by increasing your price, and then you shoot less but make more money. You save your health. You're shooting back to back, back to back. You definitely face health issues. There's a lot of health hazards in terms of photography, and that part is so big that nobody's talking about it. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, just shoot." Oh, this one had 2 clients. This one had 3 clients. I've seen photographers who I know a female photographer who books 3 clients a month, and that's it. She's booked out for that month. So I mean, well, it all depends on what works for you. For me, I just do it the way it works for me. I mean, you can do it whatever works for you is fine. I'm just sharing my own personal experience and my own ideologies and what I feel it's applicable, that what I really experienced in my own time being like a very active photographer. Right now I'm more into business than the craft itself because I feel like I've conquered the craft. You know, you shoot, you retouch, you've done all that. Yeah. But then, how do you sustain the business? How does the business sustain you? It's a very important thing that we need to put into consideration. The business aspect of photography. Otherwise, we run brands that are affiliated to social media, and that's it. You might you might say, oh, after all, like somebody had questioned me, after all, people like Nike are very busy on social media. Why would you say? Don't get it twisted. These guys are very busy on Nike could be busy on social media. You post, Nike is posting. Have you gone to Nike headquarters or one of their offices? Administrative office. I don't mean Nike store. Administrative office. There are people working and doing the job there. People analyzing data, all that you have been able to do. People trying to do conversions. Okay, we had 1 million viewers in 2 hours. How do we convert this to money? Okay, if we charge them $1 for this, for that, if they click this, then we can make more money. People are strategizing every other day. Okay. Um if there's any of you who want to join the live, you can put a request and then we can just have a conversation very briefly. I give 1 minute to everyone so we can just talk, and then if you like think that we can have like that conversation, I give you 1 minute, you come on the live, we talk about it. But don't forget that there is more to creativity, there's more to understanding the craft, there is the business side. For you to build a brand that is sustainable, the brand does not end on Facebook, and it doesn't end on Instagram, it doesn't end on Twitter. We make these mistakes every time. After all, this one is posting, this one is posting, let me post. Everybody's trying to keep up. Trust me, they have the administrative part. People are even monitoring the post. We did an Instagram live last month, we had 1 million views. We did it this month, we had 6 million views. Why did we have 6 million views? They go back to the drawing board, try to understand why they had 6 million views, and change those things, possibly change it to become policies in the company. For example, you did Instagram live, you didn't do giveaway, you had 1 million views. You want to do another Insta live, you made an announcement that you're going to do giveaway, you had 6 million views. When the guys who are analyzing those data come back to the CEO or project manager, they tell you, look, this is what we did and we had 6 million views. Can we make it a company policy? Every time that we have Instagram live, can we advertise for a giveaway before then? Another example, we did Instagram live, we had 2 million people. Last month we had 4 million people, and that's because we invited a celebrity photographer. And the company now say, okay, anytime we're doing the Instagram live, this is what we need to do. We need to invite people to come on the live. I don't know if we are getting it. It's more than just posting and commenting. It's more than that. Okay. I'm going to begin to accept a few requests, and then we'll talk briefly and then get bio me if I'm sure. Um uh, Hello.
Boss. Good evening,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, good evening, Abayomi. How you
I'm,
doing?
I'm good, sir. It's nice to be online
Sean,
with you.
Sean, hold on. Sean, can let me finish with him, then I'll get back to you. I mistakenly clicked yours. Let me
No
just yeah.
worries.
Okay.
No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, thank you.
Good evening, sir.
How do you get off
I
this?
I don't
Can you
know,
hear me, sir?
honestly.
Really?
Uh, okay. Okay, thank you, Sean. Yeah, Abayomi, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Well, I don't really have a question. I just want to appreciate you one more time that I'm glad that I attended the last class you had before you left Nigeria. That was back in August that I joined the class, and trust me, what I learned about the lighthouse really fantastically changed my photography perspective and experience, and applying them, it has really made me stand out in my deliveries, and I'm actually seeing
Yeah,
the progress,
welcome.
and
Okay.
I'm just glad. I'm really happy that I attended that class, and I'm glad that I learned it. Although I still have a little bit of challenge with the what is it called, with the retouch pattern you taught us. I know you actually did very well. It's just on my own end, and I would appreciate if you could entertain me reaching out maybe personally.
As
via DM to explain
Abayomi,
my challenge.
Abayomi,
Yes, sir.
as my ex-student, you have unlimited access to me.
Yeah,
I have said that.
yeah, I know
Send me a
that.
message and we can arrange for a Zoom class and I put it out there to you. I know all my students. I've taught over 3,000 to 4,000. I know their names.
I
Once I
I
might
appreciate
not know
that.
your handle, but once I
Okay,
see your name, it will reflect. You get,
okay,
and
okay,
you can
okay,
remind me
sir.
of the badge. But for you, you know, I know you now. Okay.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
very much, sir.
Send me a
I
message
appreciate that,
and I'm going to try to fix something for you where we can actually
sir. Okay,
brush
sir.
it up. I think it's just a little bit of brush up that you need. Though, to be
Yeah, yeah,
honest,
yeah, yeah.
what I'm doing now is slightly different from what I taught you guys the last time.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah, it's slightly different. So if we do that, then it's gonna be like a little unlearning and learning process. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
send
Okay,
me a
sir.
private message and we'll take it up from there. Okay.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, sir. So let me give the chance to someone else, sir. Thank
All
you very
right.
much.
Oh, okay. Thank you too. All
Yes,
right.
sir. How do I end this? I'm not sure I know how to end this. Is there a way you can help me over this, sir?
That's o- okay. You know, this life thing is you
Let me
know
see.
what?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so let me bring Sean in now. He's also a UK based photographer, and I had known him way back in Nigeria. He shoots excellently, excellently, very well. So it will be a nice thing to have Sean in here. Hey, freshest.
Brother, Olga, lovely.
Oh, Ghana, you be oh Ghana. I don't understand. Are we in the same UK like this?
Mm. I'm in one remote area.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So what's up? Yeah, you mentioned about a friend of yours who shoots every weekend at the rate of £1,400, right?
But to point it out, first of all,
Yeah,
he's a white.
the
So
white guy. Yeah. Okay.
now he's when I first met him, the conversation we had was you're going to burn out, but the boy is an energy junkie. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he thrives on those kind of things. That's what he likes. That we're shooting together and he's running about, jumping, do this one, let's do this one. I'm like, when I learned how to shoot weddings, I like to communicate to it
Yeah.
like nice, gentle ease. But it's like, no, you're going to look very weird. Like you're just standing doing candy shots. He's always in the midst of it. Like he's running up to the client and say, "Oh guys, you guys look good. This, that, click, 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 click." And to be honest, it started to. I had this conflict in my brain that
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
was I doing it wrong?
It wasn't working for you at
Yeah.
all.
So because I'm more of the calm person that I've seen this shot, but he's more energetic,
Yeah.
and I felt if he was charging very low because his work is great.
Okay.
And you know how it is, we shoot weddings in Nigeria, we shoot, and then everybody wants you to retouch the bride's picture. She's looking all good, she's looking
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
but he doesn't retouch anything. He has like people that retouch. So once he shoots, they call the pictures for him, they retouch. I
Mm-hmm.
expect £200 for someone that's going to call it. The person that's going to retouch maybe like 200 or 300. At the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, he has almost 1,000 to himself.
Oh, that's
Okay,
great. Mm-hmm.
he has that streamlined for himself. But I tried to copy that style. And I told Nigerian brothers, this is what I said, you're going to retouch picture. You're going to. I don't thought about it at the end of the day because we like the skin retouching and
Yes.
everything to be pure. I'm
Yes.
spending extra money for a retoucher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I do it and I charge 1,400, I'll be having maybe like 600 at the end of the day.
Yes.
So it didn't work for me, but it works for them, and that's where the conflict comes in. Our deliverables are different in Nigeria.
Yes.
I've had a client tell me she's booked a white guy already, and she adhered to his strict everything, time, and all of that. But when she was going to book me, she started, okay, you know what, my brother, this.
Exactly.
To be honest, it puts me off a bit because I feel like if I am your brother, you should be the one that's going to be like
Yeah.
standing up. And
Yeah.
that's where I agree with you on the business part. It needs to be streamlined. As I am, I found it very hard to keep up with social media. So I had to look for.
Honestly, people don't understand it. Do you know if somebody could tell me that I could be serious in life and not keep up with Instagram, I will not believe. This UK
Bro,
has showed me that there's more life there's life outside social media. Like there's actually a life outside social. In terms of the same photography that we are even doing, finally, everything doesn't end on Instagram. But
So
I don't know for you, but for me back home, Instagram was my thing, and I just felt like Instagram was without Instagram, the business would die. You remember there was a time where Instagram, I think it was Facebook, and then linked with Instagram, and they shut down for a couple of
people wanted
hours.
to go crazy, like
That
my
was
business is
the point where my eyes opened, and I knew that my business, my whole dealership that I'm making noise, is dependent on somebody's business.
business. Yes.
If they decide to close their business today,
It's the end.
that's the end of my business, because I'm not creating a relationship with clients.
No.
I'm busy posting pictures. People are booking me. I'm forming busy. I'm too busy to have a relationship with clients. Then I started to restructure, first change my mindset and restructure the way I run my business. That's why it's easy for me to do shoots these days, like, and then not post it. It doesn't bother me because I know that people are going to still call me for jobs, because I've looked at the older generations who are doing great today. You know, there are still these older generational photographers that are doing big time jobs. These guys, you know, now even in this UK, they are not on Instagram.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. A lot of them are not even on these Instagram platforms, but they are collecting mad jobs. So
Exactly.
it's I feel like it's like you said, it's the same mindset. We just restrict ourselves that Instagram is where everything is. When this thing came out, what's the name? Threads. Everybody ran to where's it now?
Oh, exactly.
So it's I remember when I spoke with Mr. Ador one time, and it was like there's this thing, is it back or so? But before then I didn't know about it. It's like a platform, you just portray your jobs, you get jobs off it. But basically most of my things come from like referrals and
What is
Instagram.
it? Is it back.com?
Yeah, back.com.
Yeah, same thing. When I got here, same thing they told me.
I didn't know about it. But it's like you said, information keeps you
Yes.
in. Then another thing I just wanted to point out, apart from the information, is when you leave Nigeria, it's I'm not saying everybody cannot run away anyways, but it opens more doors
More.
for you, to be honest. But one point that is there, make sure you know how to be strong and handle your mental capacity. If not,
That is the main thing, bro.
it's not easy. And that's one advice I keep telling people, because I'm not gonna lie, I went through it, bro. I was
See,
down.
everybody that knows me know that the word depression to me does not exist. I just believe that people just use it as an excuse. There's nothing like depression. But when I got here, I now understood that that thing is actually real.
Yeah, it's real, and no matter how strong it is, a lot of times we say, oh, but Nigerians are resilient, but bro, the prayer
Yes.
is you don't get messed up in the head, because
Yeah, you have to stay strong. Shout out to Yom Studios. When I got in initially, bro, that was my Jesus Christ. Like, you know, when you want to cough, you call
yeah,
him. You want to this, you call. Like, he was the one just guiding me through everything, because everything was just complete. You don't even know how to charge, bro.
bro. See,
You don't even know where to start from. You know.
so that charging is it's going to be a problem that's going to be forever.
Exactly.
It's going to be always be there. Another thing I just want to point out is, and I've called them out before, but I got a lot of backlash from it too. Like senior photographers that are here,
Okay.
it feels like they just I don't say it's pride.
Yeah.
They just look at you. I've messaged a lot of people and they'll be like, yeah, big boy. Bro, I'm not a big boy. I need to unlearn, to relearn.
Exactly.
I'm not a big boy. I don't if I don't need the knowledge, I won't come to you. It's so terrible that even up to locations, shooting location, you beg people, our fellow guys, like, oh, what's up? I saw this place. They just air you, and I'm like, come on now, come on. It's not supposed to
Bro,
be like that.
I I totally understand where you're coming from, and I would say I felt like, okay, based on the brand name image faculty is that big when I get into UK. You know me, I'm always very real. I go talk am as e be.
Yeah.
Say go soft. I got in here, bro, you're messaging guys, and guys are like, they're like seeing the messages and like,
Bro, you don't know. They'll just air you like, guy.
that's what
We're not contesting for the same clients.
you
Your clients will
understand.
be clients. Why you?
So that's why I say shout out to Yoms. In fact, my first job in the UK, Yoms gave it to me. To be very honest, my first photography job, Yom Studios gave it to me. He said, Baba, leave this thing where this one they do. Leave this one with this is what you will do. This is what you do. And first, I'm very big on retouching. Then I got here and I discovered that almost they are not even liking all the
Nobody will
skin,
touch anything.
all the frequency separation, waste of time.
Bro,
Nobody's interested. Who is interested in all that one?
bro,
Do you get?
I shot to some guys, white boys, and we shot same location, everything,
Mm,
same client. Before I got to the house, the boy don't send picture
exactly.
already. I was looking at the guy, wait, which kind of thing? Because I was thinking, oh, I'll get home, go and retouch picture.
Mm,
He had put his preset and he had sent picture. So I was not looking like the one that was
yeah.
in Calvin,
Slow.
like I didn't know what it was I was doing. And I feel like it's just the way we were trained back then. Everything you want to
Yes.
retouch, you want to cinch the waist, you want to do all of that. But you see people that do bridal pictures here, and you still has like small
Yeah.
spots. Once you put all this, like guy, people did not tell me this thing before. You should have given me the update. I
It's
won't be retouching pictures again.
exactly my first big job in the UK. When the clients hit me up,
Yeah,
we spoke. I gave them my charges, and they paid.
yeah.
When we're having that conversation, she kept insisting that once you take the pictures, you give. They always like so that argument will not be
Uh,
there. You
Contracts and stuff.
Yeah. So in the contract, once you're done with the pictures, you send it to me, and then I give it to my retoucher. I had to call somebody who is a big business person here in the creative industry.
Yeah.
See this contract this person is sending you. I don't understand. Who pays for this money, this kind of money, and say you're not going to retouch picture? Are you sure these people are not trying to set me up? The person was just laughing at me. Say that's how they do it here.
Yeah, it's different. It
It's
shocks you. It shocks you to be
yeah,
honest.
it's
Like
completely different that you can take a picture and you're actually seeing something wrong in the picture in your mind.
yes.
Then the client is not seeing it. I had to take out like 3 months. Every time I go out here in London, I look at billboards, I look at all those ad campaigns, I look at things. I'm just looking at things. Less is more.
So
All that our perfection.
uh,
Change and bend, do the waist like this.
uh,
Face, slim the chin, tweak the eye. It's not working.
there's this brand. It's a makeup brand. I can't remember their name, but I think is it Mars or so. There's a makeup brand I see in the malls, and they use like dark skinned models. And I look at their pictures. I'm like, if Prince Mason catch these pictures, that's what I'm saying. Like, guy, I still saying like the makeup is just everything. They still have
Mm,
spots. Like,
mm.
if they give me this job, you
See,
understand? But it eases the workload on you too,
yes,
because the amount of hours you sit down to retouch pictures is reduced. Now it's just the way you say that's how it is here, just business side. But because we are Nigerians and we are used to hard struggle, make we
yes.
do everything, that's why
That
we
is
say like that.
we struggle. We believe that if we don't struggle to get it, then it's not worth
Ye-
it.
Yes,
You
yes,
know.
yes.
I because when I came, I tried to reach out to a lot of people, like you said. Obviously, the Nigerians, nobody answered me, apart from them yoms like this. But there's this other man, he's British, very elderly man.
Hope it's not Bob D.
Um, no, he's not.
Uh,
He's not a very popular person, but he's been in the advertising industry. And I took my work to him and I told him, look, this is my work. He looked at, and I want your genuine, your genuine, candid opinion. He looked at it and said, you're such an amazing photographer, but your photography will never sell in the UK.
You look at him, that what's this guy saying?
Inside my mind, I was like, this guy is like, you don't know who you're talking to. You know, when somebody looks at you that way and says that straight to your face,
Yeah.
and then I quickly switch, you know those your pictures that you know that if you open this one, shut down. I open it. Then the
It's
guy
not
said, the guy, immediately I open this, he said, this is what I'm talking about. You see all this? How is it's too perfect. This is against humanity. Bro, I was confused. So when people say, what are the challenges? How did you feel? What's the difference doing business? You want to come to UK? The first war that you will fight is your
bro.
mindset. Is
It's
your mindset. For you to come to an environment, shoot somebody, you retouch the picture, they return all the pictures and tell you, give me the raw picture like that. And they post it like that. They are not interested.
yeah, like it shoots models and like test shoots. And like, oh, just send us raw pictures. I'm like, no, I can't give you raw pictures. But when you send it, before you even turn your back, it's up on Instagram. I'm like,
Exactly.
no,
Yeah.
no, don't do like that. Don't do like that.
You know,
Oh, it's
and that's what they get booked for.
yes,
They get booked for being natural.
exactly.
We are already overwhelmed with the fact that we want to overly polish people, right? We like a lot of skin work and all that. It looks nice, but then when you're trying to break into the international market, you must be very sure that that looking nice is not looking nice here. You
Yeah, I
know,
tell you, it's
back
different.
back home in Nigeria, I don't know if you used to do this. Back home in Nigeria, I used growing up as a growing up photographer. I used to look at Vogue, I love their pictures, and I'm like, one day I'll shoot this kind of pictures. Then I got to a level in photography. Then when I look at the Vogue cover, I'm like, what kind of nonsense pictures are
Nothing,
this one shooting?
there's nothing there. It doesn't look so
You
special.
get.
Yeah,
Then I got here and I now understood a proper Vogue cover, a 200,000 pound production for cover. They keep the person somewhere like this, take the picture, one light, and that is it.
as you even say one light, natural light.
Natural light. Bro, that is it. As it came out from camera, they just take it like that, put it in the print the Vogue for everybody.
Great. Another thing that shocked me is, you know how we shoot weddings and we're carrying Godox 8600 and all of that. So
Bro, long thing.
just overhead flash, and they're putting the light directly to the. I'm like, no, don't do that. They're like, okay, just watch. I'll see
Bro,
what the effect is. And the truth is, wait, nobody taught me this when I was in
you know
Nigeria.
that photograph, I was talking to a friend today in Nigeria. You know, there's a lot of things that have changed in the terms of technology.
Yeah.
For example, ISO. We were taught that keep your ISO at the barest minimal, like 100 because of noise.
Mm-hmm.
But today I shoot, the last event I shot at 5,000 because the hall was kind of moody. Everything was with candles and all that. Once you bring in light, it will wash
Kills the ambient.
everything, kill the
Yeah.
ambience. You don't get the mood anymore.
Yeah.
So I decided to say, okay, let me pop my ISO, get the mood, and then put my flash at 1/256. So the flash just comes in just
Very
a little
little.
to
Yes.
illuminate. That's why these people can turn the flash and point it to
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. And you won't see the effect of the flash on the
You
face.
won't see the effect. It's like you using tonal curve in Photoshop just to brighten the picture a little.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
it. And I've
But
been shooting with over how many years and my deanship. When I got here, I say, what the? These people, the truth is, like for me, I don't have pride. If I
yeah.
see you're doing something and I'm in that location with you, I'll ask you a question.
True. That's how you learn, to be honest.
That's how I learn. And I've got to understand that there are a lot of things that we used to you know when you learn. That's why I say photography. People keep saying workshop. I say you will learn till tomorrow. Look at what Sony has done with the global shutter.
Yeah.
It took me so many years, me and Ahami Beleme, to study to understand high speed sync. How are these people shooting high shutter speed with speed light or
Like
with light with strobe? After studying it for so many years, and it is now part of me. Like I can blink my eye like this and shoot high speed sync. I understand everything.
because you've mastered
Yes.
it already. You know the cases.
Only for them to come out last month and say it's global shutter. eliminating the whole high-speed sync thing. It has gone.
Gone, yeah.
Goodbye to high-speed sync. So if you're not aware of the information, this kind of information, you're back home, you're a king. You are not aware. That's why traveling is not about people say, oh, he's forming. No, there's something called exposure. It
Exactly.
exposes you to a lot of things. The
True.
way I feel like, honestly, a whole me, I feel like I didn't know photography when I came here.
I know that feeling.
Like, I was like, wait, what was I doing before? Okay, why are these ones doing it like this? You know, you see that natural lighting is very annoying. Like, you just go, you see somebody, they came for shoots, no strobe.
Nothing at all, bro. Nothing. You just look like this one's coming for photo shoots. What?
As in,
And you brought your 8600 with big umbrella, and they're looking at you like, what's this guy saying?
bro. So there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, I'm happy you came up online
Yeah.
to join the live. There's a lot. I feel like I should go back home and share my experiences with a lot of Nigerians, because I know a lot of photographers. In fact, do you know what? Let me just say this in this life. One day I was trying to connect with photographers here. I now went there to Instagram. I just typed London-based photographers. All the names that came out are all Lagos photographers. All. I'm like, everybody has relocated. Half of my students are here already. Do you get? So a lot of people come in and they're like, oh, boss, they believe that because of my status, this one has known everything. Then me, I'm telling them, look, me, I'm even trying to learn to understand.
Yes.
I've been on this creative break for a long time. You know, people feel like, oh, you have come abroad. You're supposed to be posting back to back. It doesn't work that way.
Don't know what's up. Don't know what's up.
Where's
See,
the time? Where's the time to the back to back?
My page. I have to give my page to my. I won't call him my guy. I'll call him more of a brother. He used to be my assistant in Nigeria. I have to give it to him as one point. You know what? See, whatever you want to do with it,
Just do it.
because at this point I can't keep up.
Exactly.
I can't.
It's too much.
You're going to do that one. You do photography. You need to keep up with like family lifestyle.
Yes or no. So it's a lot. It's a lot, you know. And but hopefully I should go home next year.
Yeah.
And the aim is not to teach lighting. For those of you who are here, don't even think I'm coming to teach people lighting. There's more than lighting in this photography. There's a way we have to start seeing photography differently. Because I used to sit back home that year when I look at the likes of Kelechi Amadi Obi, you know, and others, and I keep, what are these people doing differently that is sustaining them in the industry, you know? And I used to wonder, why is it that all these international brands are not shooting with us? Because I was in Kenya, I did a workshop there, and I met a lot of big photographers. Bro, Disney comes to Kenya to hire a Kenyan photographer to shoot in Kenya.
You're saying Disney. Remember the guys that have been doing the Apple thing, they're from Kenya to those colorist guys. Very contrast colors and Kenyans.
And I'm like, why are they not coming to Nigeria?
With the amount of creatives you have and the skills.
Do you understand? Then there's something wrong. There's something we're not getting right.
We're all doing portraits.
Honestly, we are all doing the same thing. Nobody's doing anything different. The only difference in us is the amount of followers you have. But if you look at it, we are all doing like, I look at most of my students' pictures now in Nigeria, and I'm so proud. I look at it and like, you know, when you look at a picture, at some point you say, wait, that's my picture. Oh no, it's not my picture. These guys we are all doing great, but we are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you get? And trust me, if somebody just wakes up now and say, oh, it's Dodge and Bond, everybody bends to Dodge and Bond. Before you know, we are born, we can even burn down the whole Instagram.
No, for real. I get you. And To be honest,
Yeah.
I wish I could reach out and pour out the little that I know to others, but teaching is not my fault. It's not my fault. So it's you,
Yeah, I know.
my sister.
I know.
But
I
yeah,
know.
before I go, I just want to say I don't say enough to people, but I always like to give credit. See, image faculty, Mr. Ado, Youngs, who else? Creativity by 12. I swear,
Yeah.
maybe I will still they sell minerals or something for Lagos, if not for this because nah,
Thanks.
it's part of the things that brought up my like helped me
Mm.
because I just remember that time Rainbow Studios and all of that. Where
Jeez.
I was a
Way
proper
back.
studio rat.
You
Because,
sabi run up and down.
bro, I've seen pictures of myself then that time, and I sent to Mr. Ado. I was carrying like a reflector or that, and I looked at myself and I said, this
You
guy,
low and you loyal die. You
bro.
honestly,
I,
I'm
I
very
said
honest. You
I
were
need
very loyal.
I try my best because that's my own value. Wherever it is I am, I
Mm.
like just respect yourself, be humble.
Mm.
Be humble. There's no need to carry so and so. Nah,
Yeah, yeah,
where your pride ends, where your pride starts. One person. You understand? Just relax and
yeah,
be open to learning and meeting people. Just any way you can help, just help.
yeah.
Because
Mm.
the my dad would always say people are like water, would always flow and meet ourselves. I might not be the one to help you, it might be my kid or something. We'll just
Mm.
meet ourselves and help. Just stay humble. That's
Mm.
it. But yeah, once again, thanks to you guys. I really appreciate you for everything you've done.
We thank God. We
I
thank
might
God.
not be able to say every time, but yeah, once I have the opportunity, I'll just say,
Yeah.
trust me. No worries, Baba. Let me run and give somebody else the opportunity.
All
All
right. Thank you. It
right,
was
thanks
nice
for
having you
nice.
again. All right. Cheers, bro. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Okay, guys. That was Sean. I knew him way back in Ikeja in Lagos. We've done a couple of things together in terms of photography. He's based here in the UK. Actually, he came before me. Okay, real quick. Is there any other person who wants to join on the live and let's have a conversation? These conversations is just for us to extract the best from us and if we can be able to learn from each other. Any other person who's willing to come online? Um, let's learn. Okay. Okay, I just let me accept one person. I don't know who it is. It's just a random thing. Trust me. Uh, it's one of my very free days. That's why I'm like this. Hi, encourage. I can see you. Oh, encourage. Okay, somebody's saying encourage to come up. Okay, if he requests, I would accept it. Yeah. Hi.
Sorry, it's a mistake. Hi, sorry, it's a
Oh,
mistake.
all right.
Ah,
Okay.
but since I'm on, let me just say this has been quite educative.
Yeah. Thank you.
I've already been looking forward to when I will actually have an experience of
Mhm.
such live Instagram conversation with
Mhm.
you, and I'm so happy it just happened this moment.
Mm.
Uh, I don't really have a
Yeah,
question.
it's fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I just want to pour out my heart and to let you know that you have really been a source of encouragement
Mm.
to most all over here in Nigeria. I
Mm.
think for so many times I've been hoping, though I based in Abuja,
Okay.
I've been hoping I will see you in Abuja before you left for
Mm.
UK, but
Mm.
unfortunately it 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 never happened. But
It will happen because I'll be in Abuja for a class very soon. We are working
God,
on that.
I really can't wait to
Yeah,
have that.
we
Seriously.
we're actually working on that. So it's something that it's in the pipeline between I and Camera Joint. We
Okay,
have
well
we
done.
have a Nigerian tour. So Abuja is one of the cities where we
Okay.
intend to come and share knowledge. Yeah.
Okay. I will be so glad
Mm-hmm.
to be part of that when
All
it
right.
comes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you for being a motivation. Thank you for being an encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
Directly or indirectly, I've learned a lot from your work.
Thank you.
and I can't wait to learn more. Even if it means me going down to UK to meet you one on one,
Yeah, no
you'll be
problem.
surprised.
For
Yeah.
sure. No problem. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for
So,
joining. All
okay,
right.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah. How am I gonna log out?
I think I've done that. I've done that already. Yeah, let me see. Is anybody else requested to join? There's a lot of people here. First of all, I'm going to accept Ace. Ace. He used to be my intern. Let's see if we can have Ace joining.
Boss,
Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see you. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, boss.
Yeah.
Thank
Um.
God for for the notification. I was like I almost missed this. Anyways, I'm actually I wouldn't say I'm babysitting. I'm actually
I understand. You're the latest daddy, hottest.
the dog the dog is on call, so
Okay.
it's just me and Nita
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
But
Great.
seriously, the part the little I've heard you say. Thank God for all you taught while you were here in Nigeria.
Hmm.
One major thing I always remember is follow the technology. Follow the technology. I mean, there's
Exactly.
nothing as good as being in sync with what is the latest in the field of photography, in the field of lighting. I
Hmm.
mean, this latest Sony A9 Mark
With
III is, I mean, it's
with the whole global shutter
yeah,
thing, it's
it just
it's
blew everything out of the water. You never thought like you could get to this point in photography,
yes, in
but
photography where
but
we wouldn't
yeah,
struggle with shutter speed and high speed sync.
honestly,
It's
and
amazing. Like
and there's way more to come.
definitely.
There is way more to come, and understanding that there is more to come should be some sort of an
Mm.
humbling fact to
Yeah,
anyone.
definitely.
That there's way more.
Mm-hmm.
There's way more. And then understanding that there's more to photography than what we currently see here, and
Mm-hmm.
what we currently are exposed to. Hmm. It should be a wake up call to all of
Yeah,
us.
and
Nothing. Yeah.
that's the reason why I decided to do this live, because I mean, like for me, a lot of people say, "Oh, image faculty is that very big? Is that very good? Is that very creative?" And I got here and I discovered that I'm nothing. Honestly,
Wow.
it's good to just tell the truth for people to understand. You don't just relocate to a city and feel like, "Oh, I can come here and make it happen."
Hmm.
I know a lot of people are saying photographers are shooting back to back up, and what's the image faculty talking about? What are you shooting? You can't come to the UK and be shooting the same thing you're shooting in Nigeria. Go back to Nigeria. There's no need. There's no need. So
Uh,
I want to
hmm.
shoot things that are going to attract the kind of clients that I want.
Exactly.
Okay, if Vogue is not coming to Nigeria, let me take myself to somewhere that Vogue will see me. I don't know if you get what I
Hmm.
mean. Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to kind of shoot the kind of pictures that brands here would appreciate, because they seem not to
Hmm.
appreciate the kind of images that we
The Nigerian the Nigerian skin type
see.
kind of
Let me
images.
let me let me just give you a typical example. I had a client who had booked me for a shoot. In her notes, she said, "Please, I don't want that Nigerian retouching." In her
The
notes,
Nigerian skin.
she doesn't want that Nigerian retouching. So
And then
that thing, that thing
we
that
think
is,
it's like an edge for us here.
yeah, it looks like an edge for us back home, but here it is not an
Meanwhile,
edge.
it's a major disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage. And I had gone so deep in it
Mm.
that if I take a picture and I do not retouch it in that form, I'm not satisfied. So I had
Yes.
to take a break and purge
Mm.
myself completely and say, accept it. I'll take the picture, put it in Capture One, push a bit of the sliders, and then export it to the client. That's it. There's
Wow.
nothing frequency, there's no separation there.
Wow.
So it took me a while to be able to adapt and adjust to that pattern,
Mm.
But now I'm glad that I'm beginning to see things differently. I'm
Good.
beginning to see a beautiful image with blemishes all over the place. You
That
know,
perfection is not all that
it's not
it's
that,
been
yeah,
made to
it's not the
be.
beauty thing. A
Yeah.
client who is shooting a bed, you're hired to shoot a birthday shoot, but you're retouching a skin commercial kind of edit for a client who wants
Beauty
a birthday,
beauty
yeah,
retouch.
beauty retouch for that client, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a pass in Nigeria. All I'm
True.
saying is that it's not the international standards,
Mm,
right?
true.
It's not even about the UK. I've spoken with a couple of photographers outside the UK, based in
Yes.
US and in Canada, and it's
It's
the same thing. They keep complaining.
that is
They say
it.
the same thing,
That is it. I
you
mean,
know.
I've had to do some retouching work for some folks out there, and I can tell you it's like one of the least stressful jobs I've done in a long time. I mean, the kind of standards we set up for ourselves, yeah.
Mm,
Though it works for us, yeah. I mean, for
yes, it works.
the
Actually,
target
it works.
audience, yeah. But I mean, we need to start thinking about the big picture. We cannot restrict ourselves to just
Well,
playing
it also
in the
depends
small
on
ponds.
the visions of your brand. Some people set up
Exactly.
photography basically for the Nigerian market. If your
True.
photography business is set up for the Nigerian market, you don't have absolutely don't have any
Yeah,
issues. Polish
good to
their
go.
destiny, polish it for them, right? But if you ever think that you want to
No,
attract
there's
an
more.
international,
Yeah.
don't even think of it. It
Mm,
doesn't work that way here,
mm,
right? So, but I mean, we are getting used to it. We are getting there and
true.
beginning to see retouching differently, beginning to see colors differently,
Yeah.
beginning to see communication with clients, which has been a major thing,
Mm,
differently, you know, and all. It's a
yeah.
beautiful experience, and I'm glad I made that move for me to be able to experience what it is like here.
Yeah.
And I know there are a lot of photographers here, and might seem not to agree with what I'm saying, and that's because I keep saying it. That's because they are here trying to keep up with Instagram.
Mm.
Me,
There's
I
more.
am not shooting to keep up with Instagram anymore. I'm
Mm.
shooting to keep up with the clients.
The real life.
Like I always tell people, I've had a couple of shoots that I've done here. They don't tell you anything from the ambience of the shoot. The ambience is a warning. Don't even post my picture. Okay, let me cite a typical example. There's this
Mm.
event that I shot. I did everything. It was a very high paying, like high end client. I shot everything. I delivered the pictures, e-copies. The guy that did video, so I put it on that thing you guys call Pixet, right?
Okay, picture
And you know,
set.
yeah, Pixie set. And when when the client downloads, you get a notification via email.
True. Yeah.
Do you get?
Yes.
So I realized that this client is downloading images. I just kept quiet. I was happy that I've gotten the client very well. Only for me to go for another event, and I met the same video guy that I met in the last event. And I asked him, "Hey, dude, what's up?" He says it's been a long time. How you doing? He now said, how did he go with that client?" I said, "I don't know. I discovered the client. I think they like the pictures. The client downloaded the pictures. Oh, that's nice." He said he had issues. I said, "Really? What issues?" He said the client said that he's in the video. Bro, let me explain it well. This is a 50th birthday, your personal 50th birthday. Then the guy's problem, the client's problem is, I am in the video. He told
Wow.
he told the guy, go and re-edit it and take me out of every scene in the video. How do you edit that kind of video? The guy
That's a
is
tall
there.
order.
The guy is there in the video. You must. So for my own case, he just went to the site, downloaded his personal picture, and that was it. These people are
Wow.
living a very private life, very, very
Exactly.
private. Once
Hmm.
when you get to where they are doing like he did his own in a villa, right? It was a destination thing. When you go there, the caliber of people that you see, you will just know. that you cannot
That
post this photo.
this is
It's
not
not for
for
social
social
media.
media.
Do
Yeah.
you get? So, like I always
Exactly.
tell people, that the client offline is bigger than the client online.
Exactly.
But people don't get that logic. People think that, I'm not saying online and Instagram is not good, it's good. But we always neglect the offline clients. The clients that will not allow you to post are the clients that will pay you the most.
Exactly. Exactly.
They will
Exactly.
pay you. I'm telling you what me I've seen. They will pay you the most. They don't want to see their pictures online, right? They don't want to. If somebody who is, I've shot a client before. Back then when I was in Nigeria, I went to Cotonou. Those clients, they came from Paris to shoot wedding. I don't know if I shared that story with you back then in the studio. We went there late because we couldn't speak French, and then we didn't even understand the country, so we couldn't navigate ourselves. We got there late. I quickly ran, wedding, trying to take details of
Yeah.
watch, of shoe, of ring. This, the bride told me, don't do that. We don't want that.
Don't do that, yeah. Wow.
Though, when you see the ring, you will know it's expensive. When you see the watch, you know it's expensive. This is their daily life. They don't need to show the world that this is what they are wearing. So the earlier we begin to understand that there's a market offline, because Instagram has made us neglect the market offline. And guess what? We are now the market for Instagram.
Exactly.
We are the market for
Exactly.
Instagram. They are using us to make money. They
You're
are now even
shooting
selling. They are now
shooting for
selling.
Instagram,
They are shooting
paying
for
Instagram
Instagram.
to run ads just to
Do you
stay
understand?
relevant,
You run
make
ads,
reels.
you make reels. Everybody's dancing up and down online, trying to. Like, as a photographer, you must start dancing.
Oh, God. And then the clients are gonna pay you the big bucks. Are they the clients that are attracted to stuff like
They
that?
are not interested. I can categorically tell you they are not interested.
Serious
Dangote,
mindset shift.
a Dangote will not hire you from Instagram. It is not possible.
Definitely
I
not.
say that with my full chest. He will
Definitely
not
not.
hire you from Instagram. If you like, dance like Michael Jackson. If you like, frequency separate somebody's soul and post it. Dangote will not hire you from there.
Oh
So
God.
we need to start to understand that, look, you see this social media, it is a tool to market.
Yes.
But do not
It's
completely,
not the end.
it's not the end. Do not completely neglect the offline market. They are
Don't forget.
very private people online that are, in fact, I now realize that there are people online, they don't engage, they don't post, they don't do anything. They are just there. Let it don't look as if they are not there.
I've experienced that.
They don't even comment. So if you photograph such people, they don't want to see it online.
Exactly.
They don't want to see it
But that
online.
experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is a switch for me. It's difficult. I know for you, you have been on my case asking me a lot of questions. Sometimes I ignore because, bro, I was going through a lot
I can
mentally.
imagine.
Like, I could
I
not
can
really
imagine.
understand how you would take a picture and not retouch it and the client is happy with it.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, in Nigeria, you will retouch, send to the client will send it back to you. I don't like my waist, bend it in more. You bend the waist in, you bring it back, say, oh, my curves are not really coming out
Oh
well, curve it more.
yeah.
You curve it,
I remember.
and some will now tell you my breast is showing, but they are the one that sewed the cloth.
I mean, like you.
I don't get it.
You saw it. You saw it before you came to the studio. Now.
You paid for the outfit.
Yeah.
You did
Yeah. You were
you did
satisfied with it.
fittings. You did fittings. You were happy with it. You now bring it to my studio. I shoot you. I finish. You say, look for a way. Use Photoshop and cover the breast more. My husband does not like it. Is
Wow.
are you not seeing where
So
the
much drama over
so much
little
drama?
pay.
Do you get? And then at the
Yeah.
end of the day, is 50K, 100K you're collecting.
Exactly. So much work for so little,
Yeah.
and it's become a way of life, and that's terminology. That's saying where they say the client that pays you so much would not stress you, um, compared to the client that pays you so little. It's very true.
Honestly.
It's very, very true. because there is a different mindset between the high end individuals and those that are trying to look like the high end folks. You understand? And
Mhm.
then we need to discover who are we trying to
Which market
serve in this
are you
market.
trying to serve?
Exactly.
You need to you need to
Mm.
distinguish between the people that look like they are rich and the actual rich people.
The actual rich folks.
Because somebody drove a Mercedes Benz to your studio does not mean he's a rich person. The
Yeah.
rich has to do with the mindset.
Exactly.
The one who isn't rich wants to show you his watch when he's talking
Mm-hmm.
to his hands are like this.
Exactly.
The ones who are not rich are not interested. They have the
Yeah.
same watch, but they are not showing you. Once you deal
Mm.
with this kind of clients in terms of their mindset,
Mm.
trust me, you don't have any issues. Guess
Mm.
what I've realized since I came here?
Mm.
These are the people that the referral they will give you. They are very big on
Life
referral.
change. Life
So
changing referrals.
it's like, oh, this young dude, this guy who came from Nigeria. Um,
Mm.
he's quite a very good photographer. I think you should hire
Yeah.
him. They're talking to another friend of. You have not even finished shooting. This is in their own event. You have
Wow.
not started shooting.
Mm.
It is a lifestyle. They live by referral. They got to where
Sorry.
they were by referral, so they understand the
Mm.
lifestyle. Immediately they hire you, they do what they call introductions. Oh, meet
Mm.
my photographer. He just
Mm.
relocated to the UK. He's such an experience. He has a lot to his belt. He's such an amazing photo. Even yourself will be wondering, wait, this client just knew me.
Like.
Dude. Which one is all this one? But you see, the other people
Mm.
that want to pretend as if they are rich, they are not
Mm.
introducing you. Sometimes they even
Mm.
introduce you with so much conditions. You see this, my cousin I want to introduce you to. You see this one, you will give me something.
Oh,
So I mean,
yeah.
it's
Mm.
it's um it's a big phase for me, and I'm
Mm.
trying to unlearn and learn more. I'm trying to adapt and practically pull my business off social media and try to focus with the offline market,
Mm.
you know, and do what I can do with social media, but not neglect the offline market, because the
Exactly.
offline market is very, 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 very big. You know, the online market is easy. Once you're big, you can just go and pay one influencer. For example, if I'm big and I have the resources, right? I just pay Beyonce and I say, talk about image faculty in one of your posts. That's the end. I've taken
Mm.
over the whole online space,
Mm.
right? But you're not big, you're not big. You can't pay Beyonce. You cannot even feed. You're busy struggling to 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 please the Beyonce wannabe on social media. There's no need. I keep telling I keep telling people the bottom line of going into business is to do business.
Exactly.
Photography is art and craft accepted, but then there is the business side of it that we need to begin to indulge ourselves in so that we can actually become profitable. Otherwise, our children, like your child that is crying in the background now, it will shock you in the next
Mm.
20 years.
Mm.
They'll say, Daddy, I heard you were a creative photographer that year.
Mm.
Because I asked my father. My father was a
Show your
photographer. I asked
evidence.
him. They will
Mm.
ask you, show
Show your
evidence.
evidence.
And now you say, oh, I was verified. I was verified.
Oh Lord. I mean,
Where is
I
where
sometimes
where
some.
is your house? Where is your house in Ikoyi? When your mates
Oh
were buying house in Ikoyi, where were you?
my
You say I was
God.
verified. I had 2 million followers. I had
I
all
had to,
those. They are not assets.
yeah, engagement.
Yeah, I had
Mm.
engagement. People used to comment on my post.
I mean, a lot. As I say, a lot of photographers need to get married first, so they understand real
Actually,
life.
because me, I used to say a married photographer and a single photographer are two different things. Honestly,
I think you need to get married and understand that life is beyond. It's
you know,
beyond.
a lot of us are going to fall into a lot of problems
Mm.
because when you continue operating your business in terms of photography this way, and you get to that point where, because you phase off,
will phase off. There's no magic. Nobody was king of photography till the end, no matter how good you are. You know me, I had always said it. I always told myself, you will not be the dean forever. I always told myself, do you remember? I always say,
JP,
you will never be the dean forever.
JP, come and explain yourself, and come and tell us
So
about your experience in
the
the
US,
USA. Because
yes,
truthfully, I mean, you were saying you said something, and one of the major things I'm taking away from this is that we need a mindset shift.
yes,
We need a mindset shift that even if you're not in the abroad, or if you're not, if you can be in Nigeria and have a global mindset, because
yes.
it's not just about being in Nigeria. What is your mindset? What are you thinking about? What are you exposed to? What kind of um, business practices and arts are you actually exposed to that is actually influencing how you're doing business, how you're doing, how you're shooting. You understand? I mean,
Mm,
you. I remember one thing you used to say that when you see any of my pictures, that these pictures are imperfect. That there's always one
yes.
mistake there.
Mhm.
You know. It took a long time to actually understand that that's actually real, and understand the
Honestly,
fact that things
people
don't have to be perfect.
people think
I
I'm
mean,
lying. I
the
will
international
just do
market are not looking for the chiseled,
per-
bronze thing,
perfect waste of time.
perfection. I mean, so I mean, a mindset shift is actually
It's
a major thing to look
it's
into,
very
and
important for us who want to take our brands globally to have that mindset shift.
true.
It's very otherwise that's one of the greatest shock, and it will take you a while to overcome that shock. Sometimes you may not even overcome it. The way you
Wow,
will switch and leave photography and do something else,
tech bro.
you won't even understand what you're doing. When
Mm,
you're thinking that depth of field is not,
is
nobody's
is
interested.
king.
Nobody
Mm,
is interested.
mm.
Tell the
The
story.
business of photography.
This is the I
Mm,
need a portrait. That's it. That's it. Yesterday I did a shoot with one very big model. And the model is Ghanaian based. Is Ghanaian, I think he was born here.
okay.
He went back to Ghana for a while and then came back. He was telling me his own challenges that look, he got to a point where you have to accept it as a model that you don't need to somersault inside the post. You see all those posts we are doing like this after we do.
Yeah.
They are telling him, Oga, just stand straight. Forget
Wow.
this, all this thing. You know, like for example, now we have this thing. It's a common thing. You know, everybody has this pose. You stand like this and keep
Mm,
your hand like this.
yeah.
That kind of thing, right? It's a common pose. Then they are telling him,
Mm,
don't, there's no need for all this. Just stand straight.
mm,
Turn to the side. Tilt your face a
mm.
bit this way. That's it. But he's coming from a background where we
Everything is
stretch
so
our
complex.
poses very
Mm,
complex. I
mm.
think it's
And
about
there's nothing as hard as simplicity.
it is the most
It's got
difficult thing.
it's got to be the
Simplicity.
hardest thing to
It
do in
is,
photography. Keeping it
bro.
simple.
I'm with my camera. You know, I create a lot of
Yeah.
sets. Then these
Yeah.
guys are telling me we don't want all that drama.
Wow.
Just keep a plain background, and they just stand like that, like mannequin. You take a picture and they are smiling and they are good. They are gone.
Really,
And you
that's
show
all
them
it
at the
is.
back of their camera. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I feel like this is one of the most amazing pictures I've seen in my
Wow.
life. And inside my mind, I'm
Wow.
like, what is this one talking about?
It's the same mind that can appreciate abstract art, that can
Exactly.
appreciate simple things like that. I mean,
So
if you see it and you can see something in there.
I
Hmm.
took out time. What I did for myself to help cleanse my brain, I took out time and started going to art exhibitions. I took out time and started going to um, where renowned photographers display their works and started looking at the dynamics behind their creativity. What would be their thought process? How, in terms of visualizations, how do they visualize their pictures? Because me, when I'm conceptualizing an image, the visualization
Hmm.
is giving me headache.
mood board wants to kill me. But these people who want to do shoots, they will send you a mood board. You look at the mood board, and
Like,
you're like, "Is this all?"
like, like, what is this?
Do you understand? So it's a great shift for me, and I'm adapting to it, and I'm thanking God that I'm getting better. I mean, it's best of both worlds. It's like when you live, you were born here, you went back to Nigeria, and you came back here, so you can speak Yoruba and you can speak British English. You get it?
What is English?
You're on
Yeah,
point. So I think
exactly.
the best thing is for me to be able to shoot it the Africa or the Nigerian way, because they don't call it African, they call it
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria. Shoot it the Nigerian way, edit it the Nigerian way, and also if I'm given the opportunity to shoot here, I can shoot it deliver the same way they want it here, right? So that's it. Thank you so much for coming online. I
Thank you,
really
boss.
appreciate it. Yeah,
It's been an awesome time.
yeah. Thank you.
It's an awesome time. See you
Uh,
next year.
all right,
All
okay, no problem. Let
right,
me
boss.
bring in Gibra. I see you. Before I bring you in, let me bring in Jibril Taiwo, because these are people.
JB,
Femi,
come and talk.
Femi
Come and
Michael,
give us the
I
American
see you too.
experience.
Let me bring in Jibril Taiwo, because these are people that can hold me to ransom if I don't bring them online. They have
Yes,
my
please.
passport.
All right, signing out.
Okay.
Loga.
Yes, the American photographer.
Before we go on, what I want to say is that
Mm.
before you leave Nigeria, learn to shoot alone. Assistance will not there for you. You will carry
Very,
your life alone. You go-
bro.
and if you go see assistant, you go pay. You go pay.
Go pay assistant, die. Second shooter, no deal. You go
Second
pay,
shooter,
die.
I not there, you go pay. You go pay. You go
Bro,
pay.
in all my life, even when I was starting photography, I always had people around me who assist me, you
Yeah,
know.
of course.
So I, I, I got here and I discovered that there's nothing like assistance. Everything is by payment, you know.
It's by payment, honestly.
For
I won't cry. I called Duran one day, like I was just lamenting. And then I told him, I started retouching one day and my fingers were numb. I
yes,
couldn't feel it again. I am like, so now so my hand go.
exactly, exactly. So like for me now, I've been sick for a week. When I came
Wow.
back from Germany, I was sick from Germany till
Wow.
I got back. I'm just recovering now, and I'm going to start work by by tomorrow. Do you know that you're sick? You're sick. That ends it.
I'm telling
It's nothing like you can. Normally, if it's Nigeria, oh JB, help me go cover this shoot for me.
you.
Me
Yeah.
and you, we get understanding. We'll know
Sure.
how we can run it. But
Sure.
it doesn't work that way here.
No, no.
It doesn't work that way here.
Does
So
it?
I, I
For
I'm
you to
glad that.
even drive like 30, 40 minutes to a location as map to get there.
Mhm.
Another thing.
You
To
see,
shoot is
it's
different. To
different.
get to that place is another ball game. You understand?
Mhm. So
So
it's difficult. But how are you coping in the US in terms of getting clientele? Is Instagram working for you, or is it referrals?
okay, yeah. Well, first off, before getting here, it's a good thing that I've been the type to post often.
Mm-hmm.
You know, more like a portfolio you get because when you get here, they want to see what you've done,
Mm-hmm.
not just okay, you can shoot and you start coming. They want to see your picture. And of course, I was lucky to meet some people, some Nigerians. Basically, I tried my best to dominate the Nigerian
Oh,
market.
okay.
But
Okay.
before anything, you need to make money. Even as much as you want to go to New York,
Yes.
fashion,
Yeah.
fashion, and all that,
First is
you
the
need to
money.
make money. So, to an extent, the Niger factor still works for me,
Okay.
which that is what they want.
Mm,
Understand? So, in the process, I did not lose sight of the offline market that you were stating. You
mm.
understand?
So what you
So,
did is to break into the Nigerian market
market first, the
and
Nigerian
being
community
community first, but still being
first.
very conscious of the offline market.
Market, you
Yeah, yeah,
understand?
yeah,
Because you still need the money, no matter how. And of
Yes,
course,
yes.
once they know, and one thing is that once they know that you just came in and it's new, they want to lowball you, pay
Yeah.
you very some peanut. But at the same time, oh yeah, but because you are
Mm,
sure of what you're putting out, with
mm.
time, you'll be
Yeah.
able to differentiate from, and it will be easy for you to transition from a certain payment to the other.
Mm.
You understand? So, but at the same time, that is still not the problem. My own
Okay.
is, I find it hard to shoot alone.
It's difficult. It's
Imagine shooting when with your light and hence the reason why they start coming out with compact
light
what
systems and all. Yeah,
light
yeah,
system like Magmo did with the
yeah.
Legacy and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine shooting with your Ellen Chrome and breeze they carry them up and
The
down.
earning
Who won't hold them?
from Baba I did inside back. I know 1 year story. This winter,
You get
I
so
cannot cry.
so so I found it difficult to shoot at first. You understand?
Mm.
And balancing the light. The weather is different. In fact, imagine
Yeah.
shooting where the sun is at what's it called? Your son said the ISO now 3 million,
So, but
and then
have you done? Sorry to cut you. Have you done a couple of natural light shoots? Because I have an experience with natural light shoots here, and
it
I
was hard.
discovered it, for me, what I did that worked for me is just increase your ISO.
Yeah, it was hard. You
If
get,
you're using
and
a
thankfully,
mirrorless camera, the ISOs are very good. You increase it to 5,000 and shoot it natural light, and there you go.
yeah,
No
and it's
noise.
good. It is good for people that are using the Sony mirrorless. The way they use D750. I see they manage my D750. So
Okay, okay,
you
okay, okay.
get as it be. And
Yeah.
thank God we were able to, study that exposure compensation and all that. So we were able to, I was able to handle certain things. But then, it's quite different. It wasn't easy to,
Mm,
maneuver
mm,
it. You get.
mm.
Sometimes the sky is too blue.
Yes.
You get, and you have to balance it with the skin and all that. And there's nobody to hold your modifier or that whatever
So,
that white inside.
so let me just show you something real quick.
Yeah.
About a shoot that I did yesterday. You know, me, I Kukuma know they post picture up and down now. So I'll just show you just to help you with what you just talked about balancing.
Mm.
Okay. Let me see if I can rotate my camera. Yeah. So I did this shoot yesterday. You see where you say the sky is blue, right?
Yeah.
I know people. Let me take it out from Photoshop and take you to the raw file because people will say, "Oh, it's there you go." So people will say, "He has edit." This is it direct from camera,
Yeah.
right? So what you do here,
Mm-hmm.
if you eventually get those mirrorless cameras, switch your
Mm-hmm.
white balance to auto white balance. There are a lot of colors in the scene. The auto
Yeah.
white balance in those mirrorless cameras are very close to perfection. It will
Oh.
balance. Look at the skin and look
Mm-hmm.
at the
Yeah. It
environment.
maintained the skin
Yes,
and
it
all.
maintained everything. So the auto white balance is perfect in these new cameras. So switch it to auto white balance and then just be shooting. You can see all the pictures. You
Yeah.
see, everything is auto white balance. It keeps it perfectly, and then you can see in terms of assistance. That's my friend's wife. You know, so I mean, is you see so auto white balance will help you because if you're trying to get the balance right, okay,
Yeah.
sometimes it's a bit confusing, you know.
True.
Just
And
leave
then
it.
in a case where there's nobody to assist you with light, you are the
Yes,
one holding it and you are the one doing
before
things.
you set the
So
light and come back, you're already messing up with the white balance, messing up with
you,
ISO.
you
Just keep
get
it.
you get.
I keep it on auto, and it sets everything in terms of the color for me. The
Mm.
balance, it balances it perfectly for me. Well, before when I tried that, it never used to work. That's why I'm thinking maybe the mirrorless have really improved. There are a lot of technologies these guys are putting into it, and things are becoming better and easier. But again, the cameras are not affordable.
Mm.
That's the problem. Like this global shutter thing we are talking about in Sony A93. I checked it today, £6,000. Oh,
I saw
Benny.
it. I know they reach. I know they go there. Like this help me see the serve.
Okay.
Make it first day.
Yeah. So
But
use what works for you. That's good.
yeah,
That's
of
good.
course. It is not that I cannot get all those, but it is not the priority at the
Yes.
moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
priority. Me, no be
So
say I feel get them now. You know my own now. Camera joint is always behind my back.
of
Yeah,
course,
so if left for me alone, I will not
make
buy
the
it.
come make whoever join come open for America, and then there's a lot to consider before transitioning. To come is sweet,
Yes.
but can you shoot alone without? So there was a point. There was a time I was shooting, and I had issues with posting. I was just like, I wish ID was here. ID would
Exactly.
have done this X Y Z. So
Yeah.
I saw where I lacked. Like, okay,
Mm.
yeah, you can shoot, you can restore to an extent, you can do this, but can you go into that room alone and deliver?
And deliver alone.
That is alone.
Bro,
Do you get?
the guy that shoots wedding in the events that I go to, two cameras is the one shooting alone. One is static, one is roving. When he roams, he goes to the static one, changes. He keeps switching things. Him alone is shooting video, two cameras, full event. No assistance now.
Wow.
You get 300 pounds.
I know.
For
It's not.
low budget assistance. It's a thing. Like I thank God you mentioned it because coming here
Yeah,
is sweet though.
it's sweet.
But then just be prepared that you're going to be working alone.
Alone, you
Mm,
understand? So, like, there was a time I was on video call with Nero, like, where if you don't know how to set your exposure outdoor without lights, you
mm.
are in for it.
Yes, so
You are in for it. Because now, take for instance, now, yeah, I've been in a situation where I shot before I did. The client liked it, and I didn't too much. As a matter of fact, they'll tell you, I don't want too much retouch, X, Y, Z, and that's it. You get. And compared to those that they rely basically on
on the
retouching.
resort. Yes.
You get. So I've been lucky enough to meet people with the seek my opinion. So what should I do with this? I'll tell
Mm,
them, okay, wear this because this is background that I have available. It will complement. So I
exactly.
so I use the color theory, the
Mm,
color wheel, and all that to
okay.
aid. So once you shoot, and that's it. And then the community I am, or the type of people that still come to me, they are yet to experience the dramatic lighting kind of. They are used
Mm,
to all lights everywhere. So I was able to introduce, like, I tell them what you see on my page is what I sell. I can do
mm.
that, but what you see on my page is what I sell. I put
It's exactly what you sell.
I'll give to you. If you
Mm,
want that, yes, but what is on my page is what I'll sell. So don't expect me to shoot like this and expect me to turn you to
mm,
I say you bleach.
mm.
So you understand, and then understanding that UK is different from US. What they
Yes.
want is different from what they want in US.
Yeah.
100%.
Even Canada is
It's
different.
different.
It's different.
So
What they want in Nigeria self
so
is film tricks.
understand your community first, because I didn't even jump into going to white community first because about those people you get as their matter be.
You
You
need
can't
to
just go there.
understand their markets and
Yeah,
say, oh, I don't reach abroad. Make I
and
begin there.
that's something about referrals.
Mm,
One white person likes you, that's it.
yes. That's one thing I like about them. Once they
That's
just like you, that's it.
one
They'll refer.
they refer you, and of course you just have to maintain and don't go there and start touching.
Touch,
You will
touch,
just
no work. Oh. Touch, no work for them. You go
I
humble. In,
tell you.
in terms of posing, turn this way, turn it. You
Mm-hmm.
go to touch person anyhow.
About
Um,
I go find that book, that Lisa that book. I started to read
uh,
that again. From
yes,
far, I did that. That way, your legs out. That's one. Once I see
yes.
your angles
And
without
the
hitting the
whole triangle theory and
stick,
everything, yeah.
I will choose. Oh, nice chicken. But if one day show say put your neck here, put your neck there. We just see we just
Ah.
yeah, we just have you later. Straight up.
It's,
So
yeah.
before coming, understand the market you are trying to penetrate. For me, first off, not the money. I wanted the money first because I know
Exactly.
I'm coming in as as a married man. You are not alone, so you have to make money 100%.
Yes.
So first off, let me target my people first, make money. At the
Yes.
same time, not forgetting the offline market.
Yes. Perfect.
I did.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
once
With time. With time.
of course, what you see on Instagram is what other people want to see, and yeah, all those shiny, polishing face and all that.
Mm.
Yeah, do that. But if you want the other one too, at the same time, I don't even rush to do it myself. I
Mm.
still subcontract too, because
Yes. Okay. Okay.
I need to keep these clients. So I don't do I too know to say
Mm.
I can do it.
Mm.
In a situation where clients kept sending back the picture, this I don't like this, I don't like that. I understood that okay, they wanted it natural, and sometimes we don't know how to set our brush and
Mm. Mm.
finish and all that. So I'll still advise, give it out to people who know better than you. Charge,
Mm.
pay your retoucher, and you are good. There's
Yes.
don't shy away from I'll do it myself. Not lie.
Mm.
Not
Your
lie.
your people say make you do giveaway. Or they see people. They say send money. Send money.
I still get naira from my account, so I expect the lie.
Yes.
So no,
Today is not, today today is
don't
not a
worry.
giveaway day. Today is about knowledge. We are just sharing
Yeah,
our
that's
experiences and all that because a lot of people keep sending us message. Oh, what would you advise? Photography is not working again in Nigeria. We want to come abroad. We want to see. Uh, we snap fine picture for yeah,
oh
like
yeah. The truth is,
our personal pictures.
once they know that you are from Africa and you're from Nigeria, you're hot cake. They
Yes,
want you.
they know we can do the job. They know we are very energetic and we can do the
Yeah,
job.
they
Yeah.
want you. So, but first, before you come, learn to shoot alone, but by yourself or yourself with your head, everything. There's nobody to carry light for you. When the person to carry light for you is telling you to do 200, on top how much?
So
300.
yeah,
We chat by the hour.
exactly. Everything is by the hour. Okay. Thank you so
So let me
much.
allow somebody else to,
Yes, it was
So
nice
it's nice
having
seeing
you.
you and talking to you,
Thank you.
even though we still talk offline. But
Yeah. All right. No wahala. Cheers, bro.
all right,
Thanks,
bro.
mate. All right. Okay, that was Jibril Taiwo. I think we've been here for over like an hour or 2 hours. I don't know. Um, yeah, I see. Let me accept one or two more people. I'm going to accept. Um, Okay, accept this. Juan is photographer, Nigerian photographer in Canada, so he can share his own experiences.
Marga,
Yes, sir.
how you doing now?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing? I know they see your face. Oh.
I don't know why I was into my camera. Ah, wahala. Oh. Hey, my name be this one. Oh,
And let me log you
oh yeah, yeah.
out. Okay, yeah, we can
Oh yeah.
see you now. Yeah.
I dey go play ball self. I dey come out very soon.
Okay. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
It's good to have you online.
Oh
Now you they chop all the
man,
Canadian money.
which kind of Canadian money don't start? No. It's just been like it's all the same. Like we always say, it's the same everywhere. You know.
Mm,
Sometimes you just want to get better, but like you always say, know the basics.
mm,
Like
mm,
if you don't know the basics, forget about it. You can't understand this photography business. Even up to date, even the big men in the business, they still have issues with the pricing thing. It's not like it's that easy to just get
mm.
over. No.
Yeah.
But coming about like Jide just said, man, Baba, learn to shoot alone. See me here today with my two sorry, and they do wide angle, they do telephoto for one
I
place.
swear. You will shoot
It's not
alone.
easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not as easy as people think that when you get abroad. Even me, I had the same mindset, thinking that when I get abroad, I'm gonna shoot like 1 million picture, charging this. It sounds very sweet, but bro, it's not as easy as we think.
Yeah, but
Even even the Nigerian market that you think are going to help you to when they say that you are new, you be like, more give her a small change now. Now new guy, just a come.
mm, mm,
And like you said, I thank God that I came to you, and I can say like you're like the person that pushed me and that taught me to be
mm,
where I am today. I remember our 7 days workshop, one-on-one,
yeah.
really changed my life. I think changed everything about me, like
We thank God.
completely. I learned everything, and I'm like, okay, this is what I gotta learn. This is what I need to
Mm,
learn more by myself.
mm.
I got this already from this guy. We use the same brand, Sony and Sony, and I'm like, okay, time for me to learn more by myself. But people feel like, I beg, now Sony na camera. No, I'm all these are people, natural light, they are fine
I
with it.
swear.
I had a client, Oyinbo babe. I said, I'll give you the picture when I'm done with it. She said, be touching. I said, no, I have my own app. I said, eh? When I do the thing finish, I'll send a picture to you.
Mm.
I think it's on my page, I think so. When the girl see him, she didn't even post him. She didn't even acknowledge him. Do what
That
she
is
posts.
is that is the greatest challenge here. You retouch a picture, you shoot a client, you touch the picture, you post it, they don't like it. They want their raw
the
picture.
one, the one with the girl post, bro. And I say raw picture, as in like, I can't post that picture and tag my name on it.
Exactly.
You know that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I set up everything, 87, 600, three lights, that one, this one, reflector. Baba, these are broad. Buy very less equipment. Don't
Don't
overbuy.
no need.
You are wasting your
I
money.
swear.
Just buy what you need. There's no point in you trying to say, I want to buy this, that.
You
Flow with technology.
you know
The
you know
Sony is this is that. Just
you know
do
back
what you got to do.
back home we are influenced by our clients
Yeah,
liking to see a
yeah,
lot of drama. So if they come to your
yeah.
studio and it's not dramatic, like 7 lights no day,
Exactly,
10 lights no day,
exactly,
like this person does not know what he's doing.
bro.
But here it's a different thing. It's a
It's
different
totally
thing.
different. It's a different ball game. The camera that you have to buy, they don't care if you're using a $2 million camera. All they want to do is, can we use this for our project? And
That's
that's it.
it.
Like what Jide said, he has a D750. If it works for him,
That
Baba, they shoot your thing, they go.
exactly.
Keep doing your thing. If your
Yeah.
clientele are fine with it, keep enjoying yourself.
Mm,
There's no point in you trying to force it. I have two A7 fours. I have it for a reason. One
mm,
na backup. By the event, one go back,
mm,
it go off.
mm.
Carry second one, job
Yeah.
continues.
It's a very good
But
camera.
it's not like I bought it for my own that I want to show off. No, Baba.
Mm.
I bought now only you they shoot to. Now only you. There's no assistant to my brother. There's no assistant to no this and no peace.
Mm.
There's no assistant to yesterday I was shooting alone. Every event now alone. They'll ask you, can you do an event of 500 people? I'm like, 500 people. Zanja, they do 30,000 people for the engine. But it's just different because it's a different ball game. Coming here, I struggled at first. It was
Mm,
different because
mm.
one, the way that the houses are, the
Yeah.
ceiling are not as tall
Mm,
enough. You
mm.
have to go and learn side lighting,
Yeah.
backlight. It's a different ball game. You
Completely.
have no big studio. Most of us are treating our houses,
Ex-
our garage, our
Yes.
studio.
Exactly.
So it was tough. I had to keep buying modifiers to know which one will work best for me. That kind of a thing.
Mm.
So one day I was on Big H's story, and I saw Big H with that Elon Chrome
Yeah.
giant one.
Yeah.
I'm like, this should work for me. Side lighting, big modifier. That's why I
Exactly.
entered Strobe Pro. I just got one from Strobe Pro.
Mm.
Strobe Pro is somewhere in Alberta here,
Mm.
very cheap. I think about $300 or so. And I bought it. Was a game changer.
No,
All my
hold on,
modifiers.
hold on. When you're online, let me correct you. When you're online and addressing the public, don't use the word very cheap before they go come after you. They go fool your DM.
Okay,
You say
it's
three
not very
hundred.
cheap,
You
but
say $300. They're very cheap for modifier.
no.
You don't
Okay,
calculate
it's
that
not
for
cheap.
naira.
No, compared to Elon Chrome. That's
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say.
yeah. Then now we don't talk
Eh,
and then go understand because now before
eh,
that they go
compared
just
to
begin to fire you.
Elon Chrome modifier, I'd be like $1,000 or so. I got what they decide. Maybe 1.5. Ah,
But
Baba,
of course
how
now,
money
of course.
plenty. Oh. But compared to Elon Chrome, that's what I mean. Sorry,
Yeah.
my guys, I mean, I don't best. I don't be rich man. But you know, but me, I have this policy. Whatever you feel works for you that can make your work
Mm.
better, invest in it.
Yes, actually.
Invest in it. There's no
Absolutely.
point in you struggling, especially if you are shooting
Mm.
alone. There's no point in you struggling
Mm.
yourself. Do what you gotta do. 30 minutes, 1 hour, go. Next person, enter, bam, you don't finish. So I studied big age. Thanks. If I would say it's big ups to you. 99% of photographers in this in on this life, in this world,
Mm.
they've learned from you. Femi Maga say 34,000.
They don't convert
About
that
it
for
with
you.
so let me come to dollar. But na Canadian dollar, Canadian dollar is quite cheaper. But then it was cheaper now. I know the dollar they go up every day.
Mm.
But what I'm trying to say is, don't just feel like you're learning Nigeria start to come abroad.
Mm.
Learn, learn everything. Like you always say, learn everything. Learn the basics, the
Mm.
settings. Don't buy. There's a reason why the camera is $10,000. It's not just for keep. It's not just for snap and go. It has something that it's going to change your life with. Shopping right now. No more ice space sink.
Exactly.
Where we don't learn,
Then
tire.
learn,
Your
tire.
your learning workshop where I jam you.
Mm.
That thing you the hammer. HSS. HSS. I say, stop HSS again. I don't tire. It didn't be this one again. It was just funny, but now it's gone.
2023, they just end them a few months ago. High speed thing don't end. What
It
are
don't
we
end.
talking about? Hmm.
It don't end. So just flow with technology.
Yes.
See AI now.
Mm.
I dey use AI retouch now, bro. Just cover it. AI
Mm.
generate. It go help you
Ego.
clean am.
Exactly.
Brush. Wetin you want brush? You don't go.
Exactly.
Just learn.
Yeah. We
Learn
keep learning every
everything.
day.
Keep learning every day. Don't just say, "Oh, I have this. Let me just stick to this one." Baba, before you know it,
It go pass
like
you.
you say, like you always say, you can't be the thing forever.
Mm.
It's not. It's just the way life is.
That's the way
We can't.
life
We can't. We
is.
can't be the boss forever.
Mm.
It just keeps going and going and going and going.
Mm.
So people should understand that if you are coming abroad, at first, I'm not going to lie to you, it's always tough.
Mm.
It's always tough. I almost told my son, I'm like, I beg, this business is not working out. But thanks that I had a workshop with
Mm.
you, I had
Mm.
some friends, Ali Akin one day, is
Mm.
like, guy, try using this thing, keep using it, you get used to it.
Mm.
Because coming from a guy that I've used Canon all my life,
Mm.
it changed. I'm like, Sony, this Sony really gonna work for me. But
Mm.
now, if I say anybody that wants to buy camera, I'll say, guy, go and buy Sony. Your life will be better.
I
Buy
swear.
Sony. I'm not the ambassador, but it makes my life easy.
Mm-hmm.
The colors, the sharpness, the everything.
Focus.
Sony makes my life easy.
Focus on
As
point.
in, focus is on point.
You go
I'm not
shoot.
trying to be
No.
a Sony ambassador here, but
Mm.
I'm just saying the fact. At this point, yeah, coming abroad, work easy, easy flow.
Yeah.
No,
So,
no, give yourself any grab.
mm.
AI is there to help you.
There's already
Background, this one.
the abroad has its challenges plenty. You don't want to add photography to it.
Exactly.
So
Baba, I don't really post. Work they might say why I never
exactly.
post. My clients 2 days ago say my wedding picture you didn't post it. I said this week now for you. I'm being honest here.
Mm.
So this week is for you because there's no time. It's not as easy as people think. When we're back home, we thought it was easy. If I reach
Mm.
abroad, I go there start Oyinbo. Oyinbo life hard, oh my brother.
They don't even send
Oyinbo.
pictures. When they don't
They
use,
don't. They want it natural. Just do Lightroom or Capture One.
that's it.
Send it out.
That's it.
I have to start asking questions. Do you want me to do this to your
Mm.
picture? You must ask questions. If you go and manipulate that picture, they'll be like, oh, I'm
Ah.
sorry, this is not me. Give me my raw images.
Mm.
They will tell you point blank. And you go the form. Oh, I'm sorry. I
I
don't
don't
give out
give
my raw
out raw.
images to my
I don't
clients.
give out raw. Hey,
Abba, court is waiting for you.
I swear. Now you and court remain.
Now you are court to
For
now
person
you are court to
for person country
anything
where
that
you
makes
go
your life
branch.
easy. Abroad is easy. Don't add photography to the wala again. This lifestyle here is sweet die. But my brother, hey, photography is not as easy as we think back home. See myself and this guy picture and the Ronaldo. What did they use for that picture? Window lighting.
Bro, that picture, when the picture came out first, me, as I saw it, I didn't even know who shot it. I didn't even know
Yeah.
what it was shot for. But as I just saw the image, I already started criticizing so many things, from the lighting to the
Yes,
color
now.
grading
Yes.
to the manipulation. Everything was annoying me.
Everything.
Before I
But
knew it,
nobody cares.
I slept in the morning. In the night, I woke up in the morning. All over the internet, the picture, everybody was hyping it
That's
up
it.
and down.
Yeah, that's it. They don't care.
They don't care,
That same photographer, all her images, that's what it be.
bro.
And she's not cheap.
Bro, if they hire me to shoot Ronaldo and Messi, I swear to God,
You
I
go buy Elon Pro like 70.
not I will 3 cameras as they shoot them. The way I will even frequency separate their destiny. They,
Yeah, that's the way it is. But they want it natural. They don't want all this paparazzi.
yeah.
They want it. In fact, they want it JPEG. JPEG. Pa, 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 pa. Email
Yeah,
straight from the camera, Wi-Fi to the computer to the guy at the top. Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
it don't enter internet.
exactly.
No time for
It's
you to be ready by next week.
it,
Who get time?
it's time. It's all about the story that the image is carrying, and not the
Yeah,
edits. What
yeah,
story is this image telling? Oh, it is see
yeah.
Ronaldo and a Messi
Two
unveiling.
greatest players in the world.
Full stop. It is a very strong image. The
That's
image
it.
is not about, say, they color graded it this way. You put blue
It
in the
was
shadow.
now blue, just blue.
The same be like say they shoot some wrong white balance.
Yes, I like they need like 2K by balance. Give her sharp sharp. It was
Do
who get time.
you after when you're free, go back and check how much that they paid to do that shoot. You'll be
Me, I
shocked.
don't see them. Me, I don't research.
That's
The
why.
first 5 minutes, it was like 1 million
But
views in 5 minutes.
mhm,
1 million views. 1 million likes in 5 minutes.
mhm.
That's how great it was.
Yeah. So me, after that, I just realized that look, all this our gang, we are just
Yes.
bothering ourselves.
Before I did bother, I was always bothered about my background is not blended. This one is
Eh?
showing shadow.
Eh?
Abba,
Eh?
the only thing that I will help you clean now if your face
Mm,
get little issue or your legs they get some kind of and this one go distract my picture.
mm.
I go help you clean now. I sat down on my brother. Do the 4x5 for Instagram. Do the color grade. Shadow this one midtones. I'm done. In fact, right now I don't even sharpen anymore. Nothing
I
like sharpening.
I can't remember when last
Nothing.
I sharpened an image.
Nothing. Sony made my life different.
Mm.
Thanks to Toby Daniels that gave me said guy go and buy Sony. My first Sony was 873. That was my first Sony. That was about a year or two. At first it was I'm like nah I don't like this. It's too warm. It's too green, bro. Now that green they set the market now. That green why they
Mm.
run for?
Mm.
Like they set the market now. You go now finish. Person when you give am make you post, you go hide the green for you before you
Oh,
post them. So why are you
why
stressing
you play
yourself?
yourself?
But do what works for you that makes your life easy.
Exactly.
All these I want to buy this, I want to buy that. This guy do one live video. He advertise this light.
Okay.
They play.
They play.
They play.
You don't get bills to pay.
Baba. My
You don't
brother.
get.
When you get house rent over
Uh,
$50 to pay,
you say
you go know say
you won't follow YouTube influencer buy lights.
attire. Natural light, go don't give you the window light. Their Oyinbo is fine with it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Go on. Soft life.
Yes, now.
No big deal at all.
Mm.
I beg you. Come on, my brother. Good to see you again. Hopefully, I go come UK again.
Okay.
Come
Yeah.
follow you play. That
All
time
right.
when I come, man, I couldn't just see. It was too
Yeah.
short. I was there for like 5 days,
Yeah. No problem.
just
No
for a
problem.
wedding, and I was like, nah, I couldn't see you. And that corridor in far where I did, far die,
Mm. No
far
problem,
die.
bro. We'll link up. We'll link up.
Then before I forget, happy anniversary again. I forget to tell you, hey, happy anniversary.
Thank
Ah,
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I
no
appreciate
wala. Let me the madam. So I dey see a hand up for your
it.
body.
All right, no wahala. All right, cheers, bro.
You guys, you get to play. Okay, me. I don't wait. I go walk. You know, walk. Oh. I walk. I go do that wedding. Oh,
Ah,
oh well, I go play ball,
all right,
Baba.
okay, cheers,
All
man.
right, now
All
take care,
right,
boss. Thanks.
all right,
Yeah.
bye. All right. Yeah, basically, it's just us ranting up and down with, a couple of photographers who had relocated or photographers who are back home. What challenges, what are our experiences, and what can we share for everyone to learn. I genuinely hope that we have learned a lot. And for those of you who think you would want to still, relocate to the countries, the Western world, I encourage you guys to do it. Everything is possible. It is actually possible, but you just need to get, mentally prepared, physically, financially, and mentally, most of all, mentally prepared. There's this saying, they say, follow who know road, right? So if you have somebody who can tell you, oh, look, most of us just came here, nobody told us anything, and we made a lot of mistakes, But if you're like following the right kind of people, they will be able to tailor, okay, look, let's tailor your movement towards this one. Don't do it this way. It doesn't work this way. This terrain is completely different. Honestly, it's different from whatever we are delivering in Nigeria. The deliverables are absolutely apart, you know. And then the again, another shock is the shooting alone. You see us, JB in the US, this guy in Canada too. It's the same thing. I can't remember when I went for an event and I shot alone. It's not possible. It's not about you're the dean, you're the dean. But I got here. Oh, guy, you go pocket your deanship. You will shoot alone. Because getting an assistant to work with you costs a lot of money. And you that just arrived, you can't just get a job and then you start hiring people to work for you. It doesn't work that way. So we're still in the learning process, and we are hoping we get better. Let me see if there's anyone who wants to join. You guys don't want me to sleep. Ah, um, uh, very briefly, I'll accept this before I go to Femi. Femi, just hang on. I'm going to get to you in a bit. I don't know who this person is, but I mean, yeah. Hi.
Hello. Yes, don't really know me, but I know you very well.
Oh,
I've
really?
been to some of your workshops, but look, I was starting then. I was in Unilag.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was starting and I've been to I think 2 of your workshops.
Oh, really?
So,
What did you say your name is again?
Henry, but my photography name is Dan Visuals.
Is what?
The Hen Visuals. It's
I know your
like
Instagram
Deji
name now.
Henry.
I know.
Deji Henry.
I know. What
Yeah.
happened to you like this? Wait,
So,
which of the abroad are you people in? Because I don't understand where you guys are getting the freshness from.
I'm in the UK. I've been here for almost 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
I'm
I
not
have to
fresh.
be here for 3 years to be
I'm not
fresh like you, Abby.
fresh. I'm not that fresh. I think
You're welcome. Good to see you again. Yeah.
First
So
of all, where are you based? Let me come and visit you first.
I'm based in London. Where about in the UK are you in?
I'm in London too. I'm in East London.
You're in East.
Yeah.
I'm in North.
Yo.
Harrow to be precise.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll DM you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been listening to everything, and everything has been hitting me like this. I'm the one that you guys are talking about. So that I want to tell my story so that for people that are coming in as new, want to travel as a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in when the COVID was coming down.
Okay.
But there were still bits of restrictions. So
That was
photography.
a very difficult moment.
My camera was just having dust.
Hey.
Every day I'll clean it. One day I will use it. So, and I came as a student. So when the COVID, they started, everybody should go out there and start working. I had to resume school.
Mm.
And when you come to the UK, you need money.
Yes.
Like it's sad, you need money. And I thought that photography was not really bringing it. So I had to do that.
Definitely.
Then
I get you.
school went by,
When I was in school, yes, I was a photographer, but trust me, it wasn't like I wasn't really making much. Sean, we're in the same school. You can ask
Okay.
Sean, we're in the same school. Yeah, so like very good guy. We talk, we gist, we talk about life and everything. So after school, then the life began. I came back to I was schooled in Aberdeen, so I came back to London.
Okay.
Trust me, I was not getting jobs in photography. It's not easy here.
It's not
If you are
easy.
coming in, especially if you are not that big, you get it's not easy. I tried to penetrate to my church here in London. Like, yes, I'm getting a bit from my
But
church because they know me.
when you say, especially when you're not that big, let me put you on the spot. So do you think I'm a big photographer?
Of course.
Okay, so let me shock you. In
Yeah.
as much as you think I am a big photographer, I tell you honestly the truth. It wasn't even easy.
It wasn't, yeah.
So I used to tell myself, if a whole image faculty comes and it's not that easy, the only luck I had is that each time I introduce myself, people keep saying, "Oh, I think I heard that name
Mm-hmm.
before." It was just the name that was easing things for me.
Yeah.
But trust me, it wasn't easy. Then I'm like, I told myself, I thank God that I even came now. If I came when I did not even have a name, the struggle would have been times 10. It's not easy.
It's not
They
easy.
need to know. Yeah,
Not.
go
People should
ahead.
know that it's not easy. And when I came in, I messaged some photographers that I knew from Nigeria that came in before me. Trust me, the response was I wasn't happy about it. I don't know why people try to hide knowledge, hide information.
Yeah.
It was
It's a thing.
so bad. People that I know like this, like we started photographing in lab together. People that I know that came in before me, and I messaged, "How, bro? I'm in London. Like, what's up? Let's link up this and that. Show me the way. As photography life here.
Yeah.
Nothing. Information is power, so and it's ultimate that people just keep it to themselves because come on, you can't have all the clients in this world to
Exactly.
yourself. You can't. So yeah, so I have to just and another thing I would just say is it depends on the situation of your visa here in the UK. For example, if you're coming in as a student and after school, you apply for your post-study visa, yeah, a bit lucky because you are free to do anything. Me, right now, I'm under sponsorship and we have rules. You have to meet your 40 hours per week, and I work Monday to Saturday. How do you want me to be a photographer in that aspect?
Oh, I get
It's
it. I get
not
it.
so easy at
Yeah,
all. So I think
because
right now,
your primary focus is to satisfy the criteria for
exactly.
sponsorship. Yeah.
So I would tell people that if you're coming into the UK, if you're coming as work visa or you are free to do it, you are very lucky. Trust me. If you're in my situation, trust me, it's hard. I reject jobs even when I get it because I have to work.
Yes.
Right now,
Yes.
my camera is just lying down there. Like, should I just sell this camera and just forget photography? Or I should just keep it and see where, maybe next year things will change, maybe my job will change and everything. So it's really, really, really hard. It's really hard. Like you said, I learned natural light in this country.
Yeah, this country will teach you natural light. Don't worry.
No, you can't be carrying a disease on the up and only you.
Only you. What happened? My own is in my box. Very fresh, very clean,
Man,
very clean.
guess
Natural
what?
light.
I just bought 8200 and that was it. I didn't buy 600. I just bought 82. When I was coming to UK, I sold most of my equipment. You get, but when I got, I just bought 8200 because I knew that there's no time to be carrying every stuff up and down. There was no time, and I have everything. I just have one small umbrella modifier, but that is it. So yeah, I just want to tell myself that if you are coming in here, don't just think you will enter and boom, you start making money. Especially if you have bills to pay, you have to do other jobs. You have to do other jobs. If no, this photography is not working, just do other jobs and try and see how you can start developing yourself. So also just actually, what do you think I can start from like this? Because photography is something that I've loved. I remember when I came for your workshop, you said something, I kept it somewhere. And I was like, man, this man, I want to be like you one day. You get like I remember that time I took a picture with you, but I know you cannot remember. So what do you think? Because I'm tired. I won't lie to you.
Well, what I will honestly tell you is we're facing the same thing. I came in as a dependent because my wife is doing her masters, and she's just done, and we're going to step it up to the post study level. Don't let the pressure get into you. See, you know, for me, the way I started photography, let me just give you a little story that might help motivate you. So I set up the brand Image Faculty so many years ago. And I wasn't that good in photography, but I loved photography. And I was taking like some small pictures, and people were already liking my pictures back then in my hometown. And then there was just Facebook, there wasn't Instagram. And people were already liking my pictures, obviously, because I was a creative person. So I tried to do things differently. You know, those kind of pictures where you make everything black and white and only the earring will be colored. Oh,
I
yeah.
remember. Yeah.
So people were actually, this guy is very creative and all that. But I didn't let that get into my head. What happened? A company came into my state and they wanted to hire photographers. I applied. I showed them my body of work. They didn't hire me as a photographer because they had a photographer. They hired somebody who was more skillful than I was. But the man in the interview asked me and said, look, what softwares can you use? Can you use Photoshop? And I told him no. Can you use Lightroom? And I said no. And that was my honest truth. That's because I was just beginning. So I couldn't go to an interview and say yes. Then the next thing they say, open this, open that. I won't be able to do it. So I just told him no. He said, I'm going to employ you. If you don't understand Photoshop and you don't understand Lightroom and you did this thing yourself, I'm going to employ you. Are you the one that edited this picture? I say yes. He said, I'll employ you and give you a chance to learn. So I got into that company and this is what I did. I shut down Image Faculty for 3 years. I was still in uni. 3 years. When I mean shut down, the business was just on Facebook. So I closed the page. I focused on it for 3 years. On that man's business for 3 years. And I learned a lot. When I came back after 3 years, I took over the whole town in photography. Like people who thought they knew photography more than me were not 50% close to where I was. Why am I telling you this now? It might delay, but it's not denial.
Okay.
Do you get? Let your camera be there. We all know, I know where your focus is. Focus on that goal and get it. Once you get it, Baba, now you go flexible, die.
True.
You now have the time to do the photography properly. You see, a lot of us are so dedicated. Me, when I got here now, I now understand it's like all of us are putting all our eggs in one basket.
True.
In life, we need to learn to understand how to diversify the opportunities we have. Something is coming from here. You have already plotted it. Okay, look, if I do this for another 5 years and I get this, then that means I will have ample time to do this and do this and do this. Let me give a situation. Somebody who doesn't have a visa, for example, is based in Lagos, and they say, okay, your dream is to become an international food. You want to be traveling and be taking pictures, but you don't get visa. You don't have money in your account to show any embassy that you can travel. Nothing. But you now see a job in Nigeria, they will employ you as a media assistant. And in this job, they will be taking you around the world. The contract is a 3-year contract. People will say no to that thing because they have a brand. They feel they have a brand. All of us that are making noise, we have a brand. The brand is in social media. There's no brand any physical anywhere. You shut down that brand, go and work with them for 3 years. By the time you're done with them, they have taken you and travel around the world. Your visa, your passport is packed with visas, different countries.
Yeah.
After 3 years, you come back to your photography, but you're coming back differently because you can now go to anywhere. I had an opportunity to shoot in Paris when I came here. I couldn't go. I had an opportunity to shoot. I don't want to mention. That one is a Nigerian photographer. Called me from Nigeria. I wanted to come and assist me for a shoot in one of the Schengen countries. I couldn't go because of visa. Right? So I said, okay, what what is all this visa thing? Let me just try to apply and get this thing down and see. So that in case opportunity comes, I can have the time and go and do these things. So if you focus on it's like plotting a graph. You're going somewhere. The problem we have is validation from people. So you might be thinking, what affects us a lot, not particularly you, is, oh, I'm not posting again. What will people think? People will say, oh, this one is not posting, it's not seeing money. No, you know where you are going to.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the only people that could understand a bit of where you're coming from is people who live in the UK. Once you say sponsorship, I just understood. You are on the right path. Don't allow anything distract you, both the photography. Let it be there. Once you have collected what you want to collect, you see photography, you will do it. You will remember that you came on live and I said this thing. You will do it. There's nothing as bad as, okay, do you have any intention to go back home? Okay.
Nah.
So it's like you now saying, let me go and do the photography. When you know that when you do the photography, you're going to be going back home. So focus on the COS, get what you want to get. Once you have gotten that, photography is not running. It's not
It's not
running. And I don't think you're up to 40 years, even if you're not even up to 50. So there's no hurry. You see all these people that are posting, after they will get tired.
Mm-hmm.
They will get tired. If me, I got tired, everybody will get tired. You come out in the right time and do your best in that industry, photography.
Yeah.
So don't give up. That's what I'll tell you. Don't give up.
Thank you very
Just focus on the goal. I know the goal. Focus on it. Yeah.
You know, the good thing is that I still practice in my church, so it's always there.
Yeah.
Like every Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Like you said, I will just keep doing my thing, get what I want to get, and I get back. Thank you very much. And
all right.
So I'll message you. Yeah,
yes.
I'll visit you.
Please, let me see if I can see your handle so that when you message me. Yes. Message me.
Okay.
And then we'll take it up from there. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining. All right. Take care. Bye. Okay. I think it's time for me to go and sleep. All of you are saying thank you. I'm so inspired. Let me just go and sleep first. Because me, I don't tire. Yes. I've seen somebody, I must accept this one. They know born me well that I will not accept my boss's request. That sleep will have to pause. This is my boss. They don't born me well that I cannot accept this request.
I beg you, image.
Ladies and gentlemen, Maxi,
Image factor.
my guy, it's an honor to have
Boss
you.
of life.
In fact, you guys don't know who this. When I
Bro,
call
don't even
somebody
go there.
the master,
As soon as you started mentioning your journey so far, I was like, see, image.
see,
We were there. We saw your humble beginnings, man.
happy no Maxi.
For people that didn't know, I think I'm still privileged, to be honest, because I think I was the one that did your pre-wedding shoot. So
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, I think,
Yes.
and I remember the drive and the fire you had then, and I was like, who is this guy? Who the hell is this guy? I go to Yo, he's everywhere. I'm like, image faculty. You know, I'm so proud of your growth pattern, bro, man.
Thank you.
I know we've not caught up, man.
Thank you.
I know,
Thank you so much.
I was in the UK and I ran back, so it's a
Oh,
different,
really?
it's an ironical, yeah.
When
I mean, that
you say
was where I studied for my
I
my
know,
masters and
I know,
yeah.
but you sent me a message and told me that you came to the UK briefly and went
Yeah, I
back
was in
again.
the UK. I came for a project. I was shooting a movie.
Oh, okay.
So I came that period. I even requested an actor came along too as well, and I wanted you to do a shoot for him
Oh, okay.
when I was there. Yeah, but I guess
Mm.
you were just settling in then.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I just left. But I'm very proud, bro. I've been listening to you. You know, one thing I think I want to even add to as well to anything, but is that people are not future proof. they don't think about their art as being future proof, and especially in the UK too as well. So when you get into that space, you will get to realize that you've really not been competing on the world stage. You know,
Yes.
yeah. So it's a good reset, and I'm very excited for what is coming up for you because I know you are a beast. You're always very hungry,
Mm.
so you're never satisfied really. So it's something that I know I tapped from you too as well. If I will be very honest. Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
what that place does to you is, if you pay attention and you put your ears on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
would you would find a way
Mm-hmm.
and have a signature. You know, so and that's the mistake most photographers do. They just shoot beautiful images, but they are not exportable. You know,
Exactly.
they are not exportable.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and
That's
those are the
important.
things, that's the issue I've always had with majority of the photographers. You know, find a signature and find a way you want to be exportable beyond your borders,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as opposed to satisfying your client. It's sad to say, oh, but I always keep telling people, don't use Nigeria as a yardstick to
Yardstick.
measure up how
Yes. That's
exportable you are. No,
yes.
it's not it to us. We have very
Mm-hmm.
few. See you now. You don't reach UK. You way sometimes I they save your picture. I think saying that AI they shoot her. You don't go reach there now. They humble me too. They humble me now. I go
Ah,
there, teacher, they shoot video. As I reach there, they just tell me, they just ask me 1, 2 terminology. I say, to be honest, sir, it's been long I heard this thing. In Nigeria, they don't teach us.
they will humble you. These people
My
they can
brother, it
humble.
will
They
humble you, my
will
brother.
humble you. But
But
it's a wonderful experience though.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like you
it
said,
is.
paying attention, keeping your ears to the ground. It's
Yeah.
what I've been doing. That's why I'm not in a hurry to post. I'm still trying to understand, still trying to learn and unlearn a lot of things because that Nigerian thing had already soaked inside
Mm,
of me.
mm, mm,
Your
mm.
already you have this kind of confidence that you can kill any shoot only for you to go for a shoot and you didn't kill it just because you're not doing it the Nigerian way. It's
Yes,
very depressing.
it's
It's
depressing.
very depressing.
Very, very depressing, bro. I feel your pain because he do me. He do. There was a photographer I came with, a Nigerian photographer now.
Mm.
He's not even that popular, but the guy carries
Eh,
softbox, everything, one country wedding.
eh.
They fine him now £72
Very good.
for obstruction. The guy obstructed.
He did not get the memo. He does
He
not
didn't get the
understand.
memo. I said, guy, don't be here. Oh. They carry softbox up and down.
Eh,
And to be honest, those are the things I also try to tell photographers. I mean, I'm a storyteller, not necessarily a photographer, but
yes.
I understand angle, I understand depth in images.
Mm,
But when people try to, I've done this in my podcast, I even discussed with a Bedge about
mm,
it. When people try to use this apparatus to enhance their images,
mm,
especially during production in live events,
mm.
it says a lot more about how unprofessional you are
Exactly.
than the
Yes.
client. So
Yes.
so and you cut yourself short because the people that are witnessing you shoot, you're already obstructing them. So they
Mm,
will never call you for any service. You're just focused on the client to give them beautiful imagery, but you're not doing a
y-
cross sale.
yes.
Those are the
That's
things that, yeah,
That's why I mentioned earlier on about the experience. What
yes,
experience is a client? We need to start selling experience. You are a
yes.
great photographer, but working with you was not a good experience at all. You were busy
Mm,
blocking our view,
mm,
right? My
mm,
guests could not get to see major moments. Sure, you will deliver photo book. It's for the
mm.
clients. What about the guests?
The
You know,
guests,
they have a very close confined. It's not like Nigeria with 10,000 guests. They can have like 20
my brother,
guests,
100, 20,
20,
30
and they want their guests to enjoy their events. And then
experience.
you arrive with one assistant with one big modifier. You're blocking up and down. You wear one pink shirt. The pink shirt is disrupting the view.
My brother, I said, if you see the photographer no shoot. There was a wedding I was covering in Dubai. That was the day I know I valued my art. And as in I saw how they respected photographers and videographers beyond the borders. I think in Nigeria, and I'll be very blunt on your life, in Nigeria, they are only I think we are barely up to 3% that know what we are doing. We are not even, we are not even exportable in any way. Anybody that is doing any job beyond Nigeria is because probably they paid their way through, not because they are fantastic or they answered. It's just because they paid their way through, or they know the person, or they have sentimental attachment to that person. It is not because our art.
I'm listening. I just have to step. I'm listening. I just want
Okay, yeah. It's not because our art really is that fantastic. However, we're very good, to be honest. We're very good. It's just that we're not future proof, really. So it's just really sad when we get this people. Some people are even sending messages.
I'm doing an Instagram live right now.
Okay.
Let Dion feature in my life. Hi, Dion. Say hi
Oh,
to my friends.
hello, Dion. I don't they talk to you. Oh, she don't they fear. Oh Lord. Oh, wait till she talk. I know here.
Hi,
Hey.
Tito. That's hi, Uncle.
Hi, Tito. Oh, yeah. Uncle, yeah. Ni hao. Ni hao. Hey, God, who sent you? Now, for now.
Dion, I'm
This guy
coming to
don't
you
want to
again.
confuse me. Now, Nigerian, I be. Which country? Don't
Don't
get
cry. I'll be
it.
with you in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hi, hi. I'm good.
Ni
I'm
hao.
feeling better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, image, you know where? Waiting be.
Yeah. I was sick for a while. When I went to Germany,
Uh,
I developed. I don't know, it's an allergy or something, but I was just sick. My face was
uh,
swelling.
sorry, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm fine now. I'm good. Yeah. So sorry for that. So my favorite people I had to. Yeah. So really, being
Mm.
exportable is something that Nigerian creatives should be. We should pay attention to. Our
Yes.
materials are good, no doubt,
Very good. Yeah.
but are they exportable? Can
Yeah, that's the key
somebody in
question.
China see it and like it?
And
Can
choose
somebody
you over the Chinese photographer.
do you understand?
Yes.
Can somebody see it in Belgium and like it? Can somebody see it in South Africa and like it? Is it just about somebody in Lekki alone that is liking it?
You're right.
Yes.
So it's our sad
It's
reality.
it's it's
It's a
it's,
very
it's
sad
something
reality.
it's something we need to start thinking towards and working towards it. I'm just beginning to understand since I came here the necessity to bring out a global kind of imagery that can
Yes.
be sold on any platform, either offline
Or
or
online.
online.
You're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And to be
if
honest, yeah, go on, bro. Go
no
on.
no no go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, and to be honest, what I wanted to also add is you will find out by the time you get into that system, especially where you are, you'll find out that you actually don't need to do too much to answer that language, to actually create
Mm-hmm.
those strong imagery. You just need to be a little bit truthful to your art. To
Yes.
a little bit truthful, because what we try to do in Nigeria is that we sell ourselves more as editors as opposed to storytellers. Yes.
Yes.
So we,
Yes.
and those are two different professionalisms in the
Yes.
UK. Do you understand what
Exactly.
I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Exactly.
a retoucher makes more money to an extent than some
Mhm.
photographers.
Bro,
Yep.
that is what I'm surviving on right now.
You see,
Retouching.
retouching.
But then you can look at it and say, oh, he's not doing enough pictures. But I'm retouching. I don't need to post the person's picture that I retouch. I'm making my money.
You're making
Because
your
I
money,
came here and I realized that retouching is actually a profession.
bro. It is money. It
Serious
is
profession.
money.
But each time I used to teach people back home in Nigeria, it's like, oh, who will I retouch for? But a couple of people who stood by what I taught them, they are retouching.
Yeah.
Though in the immediate environment, which is Nigeria, but to break into it globally, you have to understand. It took me months to understand how they retouch their picture.
Hmm.
Somebody no get pimples, you go come out in pimples, they make it
Now,
fine. Now,
offense, so
no serious
serious
offense.
offense. I said
Or
for Dubai, the Dubai where the way I cover, they booked the videographers, as in they paid almost $22,000.
mm,
for just 4 videographers. I went there, and I think that was Alakija's nephew's wedding. I went there to document it, to document behind the scenes. So just I go with my camera. At the reception, before they danced in, their 10 hours had elapsed.
Okay.
The videographers came with form and told them whether they want to pay activate overtime.
Exactly.
In my mind, I was like, overtime. When they never start now. The man said, no, he cannot activate. They say, sorry, we are done. They shake them, hug them. Waka. I say, no videographer for this reception. Hey, God. And the guys, do you know the painful thing? The client, who is a Nigerian, respected that. They didn't argue. They didn't
Yes.
disturb. And I'm like, so this could happen. People value time, you know?
Yes.
And that even made me start thinking, a place where we have bastardized and abused time, it even makes us not value our craft more. And I will explain. We only charge to an extent for the production of that photography, but we forget that we spend more time in post-editing and post-production. To an extent, we don't even calculate that.
We don't.
We don't even, and there are no parameters to calculate how much time you need to spend to clean up a portrait. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So
what you mean. Yes.
Most of us, you find out that if you really valued time, some of those images are not supposed to go beyond the first pass edits. But we are the ones, because we want to do everything for the Instagram, we spend like 3 hours trying to do frequency separation, do this one, see, and at the end of the day, they can't even showcase your pictures in. They can't print it. No, it's not printable.
So I was talking to a photographer back home yesterday, and I was saying, you see, even our workflow, the process, most of us are even getting it wrong, because you edit an image while you're retouching it. Once you're done, your last step is to crop it for Instagram.
Exactly. How many people know this?
So when you crop it now for Instagram, what if I want to print that picture in a magazine? You have already the Instagram is a blessing and a curse in Nigeria. So we try to cut the images, trim it to favor Instagram. What about prints? And you say you're a fashion photographer. What about prints? Also, what about if the client wants to use it for a wedding cover or something? What we think about, what we are focused on, is how we can deliver for Instagram, not even deliver for the clients.
You're very right.
Who are these? What are we delivering on Insta? Who are these people? Fellow other creatives. So we are in a silent competition with ourselves.
And it's painful. I love what you just said now, because I think what has happened to us, Image, if we're very truthful, is, remember, I think we were the first breed of storytellers that came up that time.
Yes.
Me, you, J Billion, then the only competition we had, if you remember, was Studio 24.
Exactly. Exactly.
And they weren't as good as we were, gaining all these experiences.
Yes.
So what we started doing was learning on it immediately, learning on their mistakes, the loopholes and stuff. And I'm going back to what you just said now, because the truth is, when we look at the competitive space, especially in the creative industry in Nigeria, we end up, we have positioned ourselves where we're all independent CEOs, but we are not working together.
Yes.
And somehow the clients have actually figured that out. So they try to pitch. Are you aware that a wedding, a client can successfully get you, me, Bedge, George Okoro, Big H, to shoot their wedding for less than 5 million or for less than 3 million?
Yes.
And it will not devalue anyone. And I tell them, it's easier for you to say, Image Faculty, please, my budget for the visual production of my wedding is 3 million. Can you take this? Please, is there a way you can get me Papillomexi, Big H, Bedge into this production? Image faculty, it is possible because all you need to do is go and call Badge and say, Badge, your signature is studio photography, Shay. Fantastic. Can you please come in for just the bridal portrait of the bride when she's ready for 2 hours and just go? Can you give me the fee for your 2 hours production? He gives you that. As soon as the bride is ready, Beth steps in, does the 2 hours, and steps back. He doesn't need to come for the reception. Then you call Big H. You say, Big H, please, you are very good in conceptual photography.
Yes.
And please, can you come to the venue when they are done with church to do the unveiling of the venue and use that opportunity to do your conceptual photography?
Yes.
You have 1 hour. Please, can you give me a fee for that 1 hour?
Yes.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you will find out that you have picked the key photographers based on their signatures, and you have still worked under a budget.
Absolutely.
Without you fighting, without you pitching us against each other. Because at the end of the day, it's killing the industry and it's killing the creatives, because most of those now that have gone abroad, most of these new people have culture shock. It's new to them. They are now looking for how to use ambience. They can't shoot with ambient lights.
Yes.
They don't even get it. They don't get it.
It is a struggle. It is a struggle because for me, I always tell people like the advantage I had is that I knew my thing.
Oh yes.
So when I got here, it's like you leaving Nigeria and they are driving a certain way, and you come to the UK, they are driving a certain. But can you even drive first of all? You that can drive, you just need to relearn the way they are driving in UK.
True.
But if in Nigeria you have never driven, you don't even know how to drive. When you come here, it's you and winter. You go cover cloth, you go tire. You know how it is.
I swear, my brother.
Struggle is crazy and it is very, very depressing. So a lot of photographers keep sending me message. I want to relocate. Oh, we like what you're doing. I say, what am I even doing? What have you seen that I've done? What I'm doing is behind. You're not seeing it because I'm not posting a lot. But then if you want to come, go and learn and understand these things. Because here, you will not bring that your pattern. It won't work here.
It won't work.
Natural light, you will shoot it like that. You want to bring strobe and cause confusion in somebody's event, it is not possible.
And cause epilepsy with one person. That
flashlight, it is against the epileptic rule. You know, it is against epileptic rule. So you know, there was a time I was teaching child photographer in Nigeria, and I say, you see this flashlight that people are flashing people's children, babies. They will arrest you people. The day somebody you have a client from US, you charge how many million? Then you bring a flashlight and come and flash the way they flash the light on the baby. It is a health hazard. This
they don't know.
Open your window and shoot natural light with this baby. The eyes are not matured enough to
accommodate that intensity.
Then you know the way our light very harsh.
Now they will blow the thing first.
If he even blind you where your eye don't strong.
When they shoot. Oh my God. I'm so happy we're even having this up because I've been looking for avenue. As in, I try my best to see any opportunities to just air up and just, I'm not trying to teach.
Yes.
I'm trying to spark a conversation.
Exactly.
Let us do an internal audit of our creative process and say, okay, Nigeria industry, just like Afrobeat is doing.
Yes.
Our photography has the capacity, and videography to an extent has the capacity to also sit on that level, because the reason Afrobeat is actually making waves is because they have strong visual interpretation of their music.
And exportable materials.
And exportable materials too as well.
It's not that we were not singing before. I mean, we know
singing
before. Funny enough, the likes of them fella, we're singing Afrobeats, exportable music, and foreigners were buying into it.
Yes.
After that generation, we started singing rubbish, and it wasn't exportable.
Yes.
Then another generation came and picked it up and now made it exportable. Again.
Yeah. You're right.
there was a little break in
There was
between
a deep, yeah.
after Fela's time. So
Yes.
in the creative industry, there is a dip. But
I think
my concern with Nigerian creatives is that the dip is taking too long.
yes, I agree with you
Like you
completely.
said, we need to spark up a conversation. There is that need to spark up a conversation to be able to change the mindset of the average creative back home in
I
Nigeria.
agree with you. I
Although
completely agree with you.
people are doing exhibitions, my eyes have completely changed in terms of photography. Bro, people are doing exhibition. I go and stand and look at the pictures and I'm like, wait, this is something that if they told me to take this kind of picture, I would say, no, it's not nice.
It's not nice.
Visual representation, storytelling.
That's all.
That's all.
That's all.
And people are selling this for millions of pounds. But back home, we are seeing it differently. So it's not
sad.
It's something we cannot export. We can't
It's something we cannot.
export it. How come people like Chinwe Achebe wrote books many years ago and they are reading
And
it in the UK? And
in the UK, and it's still selling.
It's still selling. But people are writing book in 2024. It's only selling in Iyana. So we need to ask ourselves these questions. And there's something about African content.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up now.
Yeah.
African content is a very sellable product. But you see, we in Nigeria, we try to take the pictures to also, so we are trying to copy the Oyibo people.
Yes.
But we are not, you can't copy, you're not in that location, so you're not copying, you can't copy it right.
My brother, we are the bad copy of the original.
Exactly.
Simply put. The bad copy. Yes.
It is time we begin to tell our stories, document our stories. I see what you do when it comes to weddings and telling the African weddings, as in the glam, expressing the glam in African weddings. See what India did with their film industry. They sold their culture out.
Completely.
All of us watch Indian film till we grow up.
You're right.
Get?
Completely.
It's time we begin to explore what we have, tell our stories, and then export it. Because if you say you want to shoot fashion like Vogue cover, before they will pass 1 million photographers to come and remember, you no need.
Yeah, you know how many photographers there before you?
Exactly. So let us try to do our own original African. Look at Netflix now. Look at Netflix. African story is selling. There's a film called Black Book. I'm sure you know that by Edith
I
Film.
know that. Yeah.
Look at how strong that movie is.
Yeah.
How it went viral.
Yeah.
We have stories back home.
I agree with you.
We have stories back home, and we might not really appreciate it till for us who have come here and now see that wait, this thing we are looking for here, we have it back home.
We get a plenty here.
See, I go for exhibition and I see people fly from here, come there, take pictures of the same beach and children playing, and come back, put it in frame and sell it here. And people are buying it at a very ridiculous rates and hanging it on their wall. These are exportable materials that we already have, but we are not focused on it. We are focused on, oh, how can my picture look like Beyonce's picture? If Beyonce is looking for a photographer, they are not looking for you.
They are not looking for you.
Not looking for you. Don't bother.
And in fact, a photographer, you'll be surprised. The photographer doesn't do as much post editing like you're doing.
I said the photographer is not on Instagram. That's the one that even shock you. Then you're in Nigeria hoping to shoot Beyonce, you don't have international passport. How do you?
Oh my God, there's a lot wrong.
There's a lot. We need to have this conversation. I intend to come back to Nigeria next year and have a workshop and try to sanitize the mindset of creatives for them to understand we can do this thing. But right now, we are approaching it wrongly.
Completely.
We are just approaching it wrongly. Like you said, just 3%, like you said, I agree with you. Just 3% of us understand where and what we are doing and where we are going.
I completely agree with you. And to support, to buttress what you're saying about telling the African story, for people who follow me, we know I'm very selfish when it comes to African storytelling, especially even when it comes to the weddings. And I told some planners, and I think some of them like me, some of them hate my guts. That's because they don't understand where I'm coming from.
Yes.
I'm really focused on the sustainability of the creative industry, and to an extent, really, I feel there's a lot the photographers, especially, and the videographers are bringing to the table in the wedding industry, as opposed to planners, and those are the things that I need us to selfishly sit down and talk about, because we are not talking, we are not united. The clients know we are not united. The planners know we are not united. And that's why
Exactly.
they will come to you and they will tell you that they have 200K and go back to another person and tell you it's 150.
Yes.
Now, because the two of us are not talking, you end up picking a job for 150 as opposed to 200K that they've actually, they had the money.
Yes.
I have a client that I was so disappointed with. I didn't cover that wedding. And I think even J Billion was supposed to be on it, if I'm not mistaken. And that client, they came to me first and said, we were talking about videography. I charged them, I think, 1.8 million. And they say, oh, sorry, that what they have is 1.2. I said, I cannot collect 1.2. I'm very sorry. So I referred them to another person. Long story cut short, they got a planner. And a planner now went to hire another videographer, right? Now, the videographer now calls me to now tell me, bro, I beg, you day free on this date? I say, yes, I day free. He said, I beg, if you can't help me do second shoot. I say, why not? My person you be. Only for me to reach there. And the boy was saying, they no pay well. Oh. I say, okay, waiting they pay. He said 300K. I say, no problem. Anything for you, but anything, no problem. Only for me to get there, it was the same client that told me that they had a budget of 1.2. And I'm like, bro, wait, hold on first. How much you say they pay you for this thing? He said the planner tell him 300. I say planner tell you 300, bro. And at that point, it dawned on me that, oh yes, we fucked up. We were not talking. We were just colleagues. He could call me and request for my services and help, and I could come. Somehow we couldn't talk. We're not even united in the front. So if you want us to tell that African story, we just need to be united to an extent in the forefront, whereby we start genuinely telling these stories. Because to be honest, bro, there is a lot more. I am in the forefront in terms of storytelling. And I know what these white people, well, for lack of better word, these European people really want. They want to see more of our stories. They are saturated with theirs. Universal Studios is saturated with their story, and that's why in their big box movies they infuse Lagos, they infuse Nigeria, they infuse Kenya,
Even
and they
even
Disney,
they are tilting towards
they
us.
are tilting to. I said planners, and I told some planners one day. I said I would not shoot a wedding that a client brings out 90 million for the white wedding and decides to do the traditional for less than 5 million. I said it is wrong
Uh,
on every floor because
Papilomexi, sorry to cut you.
yeah,
Let me just say something real quick because we are on live and I know there's a lot of people. That
yes,
statement you made now might not sit very well with a lot of people online
okay,
because they are going to be seeing it as bragging rights.
yeah,
But let me say something now.
yeah,
Let me take your mind a little backward
yeah,
to 19. I can't remember the year anyway, 2000 or whatever. So for those of you who don't know, I and Papilomexi shot Two-Face Idibia's wedding. That popular wedding you guys know.
very true.
We shot it.
Yes,
We didn't make noise, but we shot it.
we
We
shot it.
can we have our receipts, right?
Yes,
Now, if there was one thing I learned from you, Papilomexi, is the way you were very stern with your clients. The way
yeah,
you had your policies and you stood by it. Because for me, shooting a Two-Face Idibia's wedding at the peak of Two-Face's career, you will bend to everything. Every
true.
photographer will bend to everything. But I went with you through that process and I discovered that you were not bending to everything. You stood
You're right.
by and said, look, listen, Two-Face, this one, this is how we are going to do it. This
You're
one,
right.
this is how we are going. Annie, look, I don't work this way. This is how we are going to do it, right? I don't know if you
You're
can
right.
remember.
I
I
remember
was
very well.
I was behind you. I said, waiting this guy smoke like this. Wait till happen.
You don't know say
Dude.
that you the ginger me. You
So,
don't
and I'm
forget
like, that was, what year was that? That was, I can't even
2000, I think 12 or yeah, 12 or so, or
12 or
13.
thereabout.
Yeah, thereabout. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, look, when you say today that you are telling planners if somebody does, if somebody who puts 90 million right into
Yes.
white wedding and puts 5 million into traditional, you're not doing that event. I can completely understand because I saw you do things like that way back in 2012. It for you, it wasn't
Yeah.
about the money.
No, it wasn't.
From
It really
time,
wasn't.
it wasn't about the money. And for me, at that time, it was really about the money. So my mind was stuttering, like, what is this papi? Okay, let's
What
do
was
this
this
thing and be
thing?
going. This one is I don't walk this way. I don't walk this way. Look, you just they hot. I say
My
this guy
brother.
UK. You just they from UK won't
My
come they
brother,
finish everybody for
you
night.
know that time. I even need to explain myself before people misunderstand this. Because I recently just came in from UK that time. We still fresh
Yes,
now. So we came in with our thinking cap, graduated from London Film Academy,
yeah.
did my master's in South Wales.
Mm.
I
Most
had my own lessons, so I
moving
learned
and still image specialist.
moving event specialist and all that stuff. But there's something I learned from that event, and I think I said I'm going to be releasing it on my podcast in a
Mm.
couple of weeks.
Okay.
I keep telling at the end of the day, you know how the thing ended.
Yes, I
We
know.
ended
Yeah.
up suing Two Face and all that
Yes,
stuff.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but for me, I think that was when it cracked, and I understood that wow, this industry is fucked. Sorry, pardon my French, as in we are finished. Because the reason, of course, let me just summarize it. The reason we went to court was because the images we documented,
Mm.
and this is an exclusive
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm doing this because we've come a long way. It's the both of us that documented it, so we know what we're
Yes,
saying.
yes.
The reason I went to court with Two Face is not to be arrogant, but for the fact that they claimed that we gate crashed their wedding and they
Yes.
didn't know who we were
And we released images.
and released our images without our logo, then gave credit to the media department, which we don't belong to.
Exactly.
And I'm like, why? So by the time we took it up, and halfway when they were playing their dirty politics and all that stuff, I wanted to withdraw it. Are you aware that name the biggest photographers in the industry, they kept calling me behind the scenes, Baba, I beg, no withdrawal, Amu. Just stay where you do. We are behind you. But guess what? The same people were in front with Two Face, dining with him, even insulting me too as well. Say, no,
Yeah.
man, no worry. And I'm like, why are we? This is double standard. Who am I fighting for, really? I'm fighting for
Exactly.
tomorrow's photographers. I'm not fighting
Yes.
for myself, really. It's not arrogance. It's we need to protect our intellectual properties. I said Two Face, you are a creative. And whatever brought you here were visual creatives. We were the ones that shot the pictures of your album. We were the ones that created those music video of African Queen. So it's only fair. And we didn't ask for money. We only said give us credits. And people didn't understand because one thing happened to me then. And to be honest, that's why I'm very grateful. And when people ask me, Emmanuel, do you think you are successful today? I will tell them, I've never been this successful in my life. I'm fucking successful. And that's because of the wealth of knowledge and experience and downfall I've experienced. I shut down my company 3 times for me to be able to reevaluate. Wedding Doctors was shut down for almost 3 years. Papilomex, in fact, after Two Faces wedding, we didn't get any job for almost 2 years. People were scared to book us because they were scared of going to court.
Going to court, yes.
Yeah,
That if you,
and I
I
remember those
remember,
days.
I
Yeah,
remember there was this rumor. They say if you book Papillomexi, if you make any small mistake, you take you to
you
court.
are
Oh. That
going to
photographer,
court, and
they
it
say that
was wrong.
photographer.
It,
They say he come from
it was
UK.
very wrong.
He too they speak English. He too sabi book. He
It,
go carry you go court.
it was you go court. In fact, I do know the funny thing. I now started doing more corporate jobs that Two-Face was invited to come and film. And I was now the photographer for those corporate, like Transcorp Hilton, Red Cross,
Yes,
sorry,
yes, I remember.
and anytime I shoot Two-Face and he poses for the camera, he will pose. So after he will say, wait, I know this boy, you. I know you now. And I'm like, oh yes, I know you know me. I'll run. And you know, and like I said, what I learned in that process, in the course of that downtime, is we are just fantastic photographers, but do not understand the value of our intellectual properties. We don't know how to protect what we have, and that's because we don't even own it in the first place. We only adopt, we only copy, and we end up being the bad copy of the original. So we have not said we want to tell an African wedding story yet, for example. When you get into an Igbo wedding, for example, and you want to document an Igbo wedding, and I'm going to challenge anyone to correct me if I'm wrong. Most of us document those traditional weddings as if it's a white wedding. You know?
That's right.
And you're like, why are you documenting a traditional Igbo wedding like a white wedding? Of course, you're going to have the bridesmaids, you're going to have the Ishiago and all that stuff. But what about the tantrums and the chaos behind the scenes with her in-laws? What are those banters that you are leaving out? You are leaving it out because you are focused on the beauty of the wedding as opposed to the original moments of the wedding.
Yes.
So why are you taking out the timestamps? Because those are my questions. In the next 30 years, I want to know what had happened as at 11:59 on January 6th, 1990 something.
Yes.
Why are you taking out that timestamp? Why don't I know? Rather, you're showing me a picture of what happened as at 1 p.m. I want to know what happened at 11. And that is what gave birth to my style of storytelling, because there's something that happened to me. There's a wedding I documented, beautiful. And sadly, when those people were going back, then it was BlackBerry. And I was sending them their pictures with their PIN. And all of a sudden, the pictures stopped delivering, only for me to hear in 30 minutes later that they all crashed in the Dana air crash then. And I'm like, if only I spent extra time with these people and just documented a little more about them, I just might have done justice to capturing their last moments.
Yes.
And that's what gave birth to my own style of storytelling. Because then I'm not focused on the beauty of it. And that's what even guided us that initial time we started. We were not focused on the money like that.
Exactly.
We were focused on telling beautiful stories, using strong imagery. You don't forget your photo shoot where we do for poolside for Transcorp. We use mobile phone touch to do long exposure.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And we insisted you wore your traditional outfit. Nobody say we wear traditional outfit, go sit down for poolside. Who they not be bikini, they wear sit down there. You know? So and to be honest, I wish we had time to. I'm just hoping you have this conversation.
I'll do a proper thing and invite you. I'll do a proper thing and invite you, so we can sit down and
bro,
talk
there's
about.
a lot more. There's a lot more. There's even a lot more. I think many of us want to talk. A lot of these top photographers want to really talk. But I don't think we have sat down to design that avenue. I'm more than happy to design, to create a sit down together. I'm talking with Genesis Cinema to see how we can even have like a portfolio review in the cinema of selected people, you know, and see how we can do these things and start cleaning up. But bro, what we met before is not what it is now.
Exactly.
Now with the advent of AI, hey God Jesus, hey Lord God, hey, God help us. But I, in all of this, I must still thank you, because there's something about it that I would tell you something I learned from your growth pattern. Your growth pattern was very unconventional. I don't think I would personally, if I was not a creative, I would have been confused with your growth pattern. I didn't, at some point I lost you. And now that you are explaining your life, it's now making sense that you had to, you know, take a step back and reevaluate for you to do a comeback. And by the time you did that comeback, I beat my chest. I said, now I know you were up to something, even where you were not there. You know, and I think that is what most of us need to do. Take a step back, reevaluate what we are creating now, because the clients are now trying to consume. They are consuming more of our unprofessional imperfections than the
Yes.
creative art. So much so that it now looks like they are the ones dictating to us who to copy and what not to do.
Do exactly.
And I always believe in this school of thought. If you have hired a surgeon, if a surgeon has told you you have a problem with your kidney, you don't wake up in the middle of the surgery and tell the surgeon where to put the knife and
Yes.
stuff. And that is exactly what we have been ridiculed to by, sorry, I will still say this, by the client. And you don't blame the client, because the client is not well informed. Where the client now dictates to you that they want this and that, and they don't understand your creative process.
So you're not even being hired for who you are
No, you're
anymore.
not hired.
You're not
They,
hired
they
for who
don't
you
they don't
are.
even trust you enough
Yes.
to trust you enough to make that creative decision. They must impute. I know of a client that insists that in short, that you must come with softbox. That's the only way they can know that they paid money. And you find out that that has become the proper signature of any, I stand to be corrected, any wedding videographer.
Yes.
You must have that. And why?
Why? Exactly. Why?
Why exactly do you, and I tell people, what you are just literally telling the client, they say, you know too fine, no. You see, we need all these things join, no, to make you perfect. As funny as it sounds, it's also demeaning the client.
Exactly.
And those are the things that I'm hopeful. I'm very happy that I'm even joining your life. I joined your life to even discuss this and hint it. Besh talked a lot about it in the podcast. It's on the YouTube. So when people watch it, they will see what he has said in terms of the battle for authenticity. There is a serious battle for authenticity here, and I'm really happy you are there, because I know when you are coming back again, image faculty, you are not normal. Me, I know you are not normal. So I'm even scared of your comeback, but I just want you to remember I'm always here. Please don't forget us.
No problem. No problem.
you
Thank you.
know,
Thank you so much. Thank you
but
so much.
well done.
I
Well
really
done.
appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I'll find time and call you tomorrow evening, because my day tomorrow is going to be very easy. I don't know if you're still using, or you can just send me your current number if you're still using your normal line, because you sabi change number up
My
and down.
brother, I will send you my new line. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'll send
All
you my
right.
new line.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
brother.
Thank you for your
Thank.
time. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I
Cheers.
really appreciate. All
Yeah.
right.
All
Have
right.
a nice
Thank
evening. All right.
you too, bro.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys. It's been, I think it's up to 3 hours of exclusive discussions and sharing of knowledge with photographers, online, um, and our experiences. Those of us who are here in the Western world, and welcome Yom Studio. You guys, I mentioned Yom's almost 5 times. I just saw he joined it. I mentioned him almost 5 times in this video. He has been an amazing brother. Welcome Yom Studio. Unfortunately, it's time to wrap up. It's been 3 hours. Like I always tell you guys, I don't make these announcements because I'm not really about the crowd. I'm really about just sharing the knowledge to the right people. So if you're actually following me, you could just stumble upon it anytime. If you're a follower, that means you would know. But if you're waiting for me to design like a flyer or something and post it out by 4 o'clock, come, we are doing live. I do that sometimes, but I just discovered, look, what about those people who genuinely turn on their notification to see what's happening? Those who genuinely check up on Image Faculty's page to see how it's doing on things. So that's why I have this impromptu live. I'm going to do it again sometime. I'm sure you guys must have learned a lot from the experiences from photographers who came up from the US, from Canada, and a lot of them who came in from the UK to talk. Please just do me a favor, write up something on your Insta story and tag me. If you have learned anything, just one sentence you must have learned in this life, just put it up on your Insta story and tag Image Faculty. I just want to see it and repost it for people to know that, we are still doing our thing of sharing knowledge. Finally, before I leave, I just want to let any photographer who is facing any challenge understand that there's time for everything. But I just want to summarize my little story for you guys to know that I started in Akwa Ibom State. I started in Etinan. For those of you who know Akwa Ibom, I started in Etinan, from Etinan, which is my village. So I lived in the village. So I moved from the village. After a while, I moved to Uyo, which is the city in my state. I took over Uyo, and then after a while, 5 years later, I decided to move to Lagos. Most of you here know my story from Lagos. People like Papilo Mexi knows my story from Uyo, right? I mean, I moved to Lagos and I did my bit in Lagos, and now I have moved to London. We are starting the process all over again. I'm very big on change. I do not I don't believe in staying static. So I'm starting all over again, and it's fine by me. Some people don't like it, but that's me. I try to learn every time. So I'm trying to learn and adapt to this new environment and understand the way things are being done, business wise and creative wise. So I would definitely tell my complete story someday, but just know and have hope that you can, no matter where you're starting from, that doesn't mean you're going to end there. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. Those who knew me way back, I had always said it, that I would not live in Nigeria alone and do photography. My name must be known outside Nigeria. So it's the vision of the company, and that's what we are building. Create a vision, create a mission, work towards it, and the earth will align and with it, and things will just start working out for you. It might take long. This thing I'm telling you is way back 2003. So that's when people say, how many years have you done photography for? I cannot even mention again. I'll just tell you 15, right? Way back 2003. Honestly, setting up Image Faculty, shutting it down, going back, reevaluating yourself, coming back again, shutting it down, coming back. I've shut down like plenty times. I just shut down Lagos, came to London, starting again. Don't lose hope. Never you lose hope. Every time you try to, something pricks your mind that you're going to lose hope, just remember my story. He shut it down, started it again, and he made it. It is possible. So this is me talking to you guys in my starting up again. So don't, so that tomorrow they say, oh, he's in London, he's shooting amazing pictures. They say, oh, it's because he's using one big camera. It's because now that is the beginning, nobody's talking. Have you heard anybody talking? When my name was all over in Lagos, people were saying, oh, it's because Sonny signed him, oh, it's because this. But nobody understands what was baking and how you decided, to build yourself to get to a level that you have that visibility, and then Sonny can now see you. So please don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Always remember that there's some village boy who lived in the village and decided he had a dream, and he built his dream, and he's still pursuing that dream. You too can make it. Please do me well to go to your Insta story. Just write anything you want to write, and then whatever you've learned here in just a few words, write it and tag Image Faculty, and I'm going to repost it. Thank you so much. We're going to do this some other time. It's very late here, and I know it's very late in Nigeria. Thank you for all of you who stayed till the end. I really appreciate you guys, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. Talk to all you guys soon. Bye. I'm trying to see how I can end it. And there we